Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, whichever, wherever it is for you. Hello, Realm of Insanity. First of all, excuse me, who told all of you that you could be so adorable today at the start of stream? Before I'm even on the screen, excuse me. Glitter Snip's coming in here and saying the most adorable paragraph I've seen in a long time. All of you clicking the Guild Wars 2 links. Everyone just being really nice to each other. Crimson not actually using stickers to troll me. That was actually things on my computer breaking. What? Was it the harvest moon that was last night? Did it make you all feel warm and fuzzy seeing an orange moon? Are we, what's going on? Should I be suspicious? Should I be suspicious? Because I'm a little bit suspicious. What are you up to? Are you up to something? Are we up to something right now? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Hi! I know, like, before anyone says anything, right? I know that I've gone and worn, like, a pink Doki Doki shirt and done blue eyeshadow, and I know that it kind of clashes, but at the same time it's kind of giving Y2K, it's kind of giving 90s, so I don't hate it. By the way, this Doki Doki literature top is adorable, and it's from Insert Coin. If you would like to get some Insert Coin merch, you can do through my link. Not an affiliate link, they just love me, and see if my discount code still works. I don't know if it does anymore. I can always see if they'll give me a new one if it doesn't. Because I did stream on their channels showcasing all of the amazing stuff. I also feel like I've not done dramatic big makeup like this in so long. But this is for the Guild Wars 2 Janthea Wilds update, which is also happening tomorrow. Why has every single motherfucker on the planet decided that this week is the week to release updates? Elder Scrolls Online's latest update is coming today, with the housing update and the infinite archive and quality of life. And I'm actually going to read the patch notes, because I'm not going to lie, I'm going to hold my hands up. I've been a terrible Elder Scrolls Online stream team partner because my life has been chaos recently. We've been working on the house, I've been on TV, I've done loads of stuff. I have no idea what is in this update, except there's like a tour house thing, and Infinite Archive has ice and fire now. That's all I know. So I'm gonna be relying on all of you to catch me up to speed and make it look like I've definitely been keeping up with everything like I'm supposed to. Okay, okay, yeah. Good thing we're not sponsored to look at this update. Because Gold Road, I was sponsored to look at that update, and I did a good job. But this one, absolutely awful. Also, Guild Wars 2 has the Janthea Wilds coming out tomorrow, which is their new update that brings a bunch of new stuff to the game, including little Kit Kat mounts, which Stubbertson was telling me about before I even got this sponsorship offer, so I was already excited. Sorry, we're on a bit of the wonk right now. There we go. We're not on the wonk anymore. And then World of Warcraft, and I know what you're going to say. Kay, you're not playing World of Warcraft right now, and you said you wouldn't. I got an email yesterday from... I may or may not have a code for the most recent expansion with all the deluxe stuff and 30 days game time. And that's coming, I think, Thursday or Friday is the War Within Early Access. So, I don't know why or how World of Warcraft discovered me. Maybe it was my begging on Twitter. Maybe it was me contacting the Activision Blizzard people to see if I could get the codes for the new Diablo update. Maybe word of mouth. I don't know how they found me. And I hope that it's not a scam, because I haven't tried the code yet, because I don't want to use the code until I know that I'm going to play, so I get the full 30 days to use, right? But if this is a troll, I'm gonna be so devastated, because when I got the email, I was so excited. Hashtag ad, hashtag gifted. And how often have I said on stream, like, oh, I really want to play WoW again, but I can't justify buying game time right now because I've got all those other MMOs, but I'd definitely play it if they gave me game time. It's nothing against WoW, it's just my financial situation. So yeah, we'll probably be doing community nights in the Discord. We'll probably be. Are we gonna resurrect the Goblin Guild, or am I gonna resurrect one of my old characters? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But we're definitely playing it. Tomorrow's stream is sponsored by Guild Wars 2 when we go. Not the whole stream, just the segment when we go into Janthea Wilds. Kay, I love you, but please, I can't start WoW again. I'm free from it since 2013. Last time I played WoW was Shadowlands because I had a Twitch bounty, which basically meant I got the game, I got a game code, and I got paid quite a small fraction to play it. But yeah, the Shadowlands was the last time I've played WoW, and after that sponsor stream, I bought 6 months of game time. Nobody let me do that this time because I can't afford to be throwing £60. And the only reason I did that was because there was a really nice transmog that I wanted with like butterfly wings and things. And last I played was back when Burning Crusaders out. Oh, yeah, but Drummer, what if, right? What if you joined us on this one? So instead of just watching me play WoW in the Discord, you could like, I don't know, make a goblin and join us. Although I don't know if I want to play my goblin or like one of my old characters. But the guild on WoW is goblins. Like, we're Sylvanas' goblin guild. Which is awkward. Because Sylvanas is... Anyway, let's move on from that. This whole new expansion is based around Sylvanas' sister. And although I'm devastated about what's happened with Sylvanas, I am very excited to learn more about her sister because it's just kind of like she was forgotten. She had mentions in the lore and she's an important character, but when it comes to like the actual game, she was just like, oh, and by the way, Sylvanas has a sister. But now she's getting basically a whole expansion. And also the new big bad. She pretty. So I'm excited. And I'm really, really crossing my fingers and toes that this isn't a scam or a troll. Because if I use this code when when the early access opens and it doesn't work, I'm actually going to cry. Was she in Warcraft 3? I only have played World of Warcraft. So I don't know. Also, I'm a little bit on edge today because, oh, by the way, you know how last week I was like, oh my God, I just don't know what I want to do myself. I'm just like, you know, nearly burning out. That email from World of Warcraft basically fixed it. Now I know what I want to do. Also, Once Human was so fun. And when Badgers is available later in the week, I'm absolutely going to be playing with him. And there's probably going to be community nights. If any of you downloaded Once Human after seeing the stream on Thursday, I didn't stream on Friday. And I'm also not, fun fact, I'm also not streaming this Friday, sorry. Sun and Swap, hello, how are you today on YouTube? Hope you're glad, because if I was like, I need to get the stream up on TikTok. Because I haven't done that yet. Also, if you're not in the Discord and you haven't seen already, things are quiet at the moment. But if you hear banging, crashing, drilling, sanding, sawing, any kind of weird noises, it's because I'm having my loft hatch extended. And it's looking real cool. Our loft hatch was basically a tiny square. Like the smallest little square, and you couldn't put anything up there. There was no ladder. There was no way to get up there. And, you know, that's space that can be used for, usually in the UK, the loft is where, by the way, the loft is the attic for the Americans out there. The loft hatch, attic hatch. I think a lot of places call it attic. But the loft is like the roof, the place in the roof. And you store like your Christmas decorations up there and your Halloween decorations. And the hatch is the door. Yes. Yes, for those Americans, there's some translations going on in chat. Attic door, loft hatch. But our loft hatch was literally a square of wood, and you just lifted it and pushed it over. And I think the only reason it existed was for people to get to the water tank. But obviously now, lofts are used for storage. And we have got cupboards filled with just boxes that we use to store stuff and travel, and like moving boxes and things like that that just don't need to be in cupboards downstairs that could quite happily go up the loft. So we're getting a loft ladder put in and a loft hatch extension. So there was a light that, and also a light's been moved to, because so our landing was like that big, and the light was in the middle of it, and the loft hatch was here, and it was tiny. And I don't know why they put the light in the middle of the landing when they could have put it on the edge of the landing where the stairs are, because then it lights up the stairs and the landing, because otherwise the stairs are pitch black. And we've got little motion lights that turn on, but the light's now been moved, so it's at the top of the stairs. So when you're like going up the stairs, you can actually see, which is nice, but that wasn't the plan. The plan was just to make the loft hatch bigger, but we got, yeah, loft hatch. I'll post pictures and videos and stuff on AFK Pow. The only thing I will say is that I was stupid and I didn't do a before photo. So I'm going to see if I took a picture of it and sent it to anyone on WhatsApp or anything. But I was supposed to do a before photo. But we still have the bit of wood that was up there, so I could Photoshop a before photo. Yeah. I was gonna say women, but I didn't. Why would you just say women randomly? Are you okay, bud? We got the weirdos on YouTube Shorts again. I feel like we've got the weirdos on YouTube Shorts again. Also, I know I've not said hello to everyone on TikTok yet, so there you go. Yeah, I'll just do it. Do you know what? That could be more of a funny thing if I just draw what it looked like before. And then we can all be like, ah, silly Kay. It's more entertaining than a before and after anyway, right? But like I said, we still have the wooden square that was the loft hatch, so I can like compare. Okay. Oopsie doopsie. I'll have to be like, don't throw away the square. I need it for comparison. Maybe I should mount it on the wall. Loft hatch. Don't know when the house was built, till 2024. That is what I have too. Little squares. Need to put a proper ladder in myself. Yeah, the square, I wouldn't have minded if the square was big enough that you could put stuff up the loft, but it just isn't big enough. So loft hatch extension and a nice ladder to get there nice and easy. And we're going to go to B&Q at the weekend probably and buy some boards to like board some of it out. We'll start a little bit and then go bigger. We're not going to board the whole loft. We're just going to do some of it at first. Women, tea. Why? Yes, women do like tea, so do men, so do they, thems. I can't understand what you're saying. Why have the children found me on YouTube Shorts again? I mean, actually, I know why the children found me on YouTube Shorts, but not the weird children. I like nice children. Who laugh at me when I'm slimed. I was on Saturday Mashup on CBBC. Not this week, the week after, for those that don't know. Frame it and turn it into art. Maybe with a quote. I could, yeah. Hi, white people. Hello. Screen name. I am a white people, yes. I'm a very pale white people. Although my arms are kind of tanned right now. This is tan for me, chat. This is tan for me. Look at the difference here, ready? Like, look. That's tan for me. I've been outside working in the garden. Let me say hello to those that are in stream today. And let's get like a live stream going on TikTok because I ain't done that yet. Dare I want to know? You're just flexing your muscles. Oh, these guns. Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that muscle. Is that what you wanted? You wanted me to flex my muscles? I can provide. I can provide. You want to see my muscles? I'll show you my muscles. Next time, that's a teaser. If you want the full gun show, you're gonna have to pay up. Give me a super chat, okay? You don't get the guns. You don't get the full gun show for free, eh? If anyone's confused, there's some weird chatter going on YouTube Shorts. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I just don't. Anyway, Crimmy, Drummer, Go-Go Gadget, Anubis, Glitter Snips. Hello, hello. Did you just hear that? That was my teeth. That's what happens when you drink tea. You squeaky teeth. Anyway, it's because I think it's because I brushed my teeth and then I've had a tea, so it's kind of like, you know, when you got like fluoride mouth. I don't know. Anyway, squeaky teeth. Nevjin, I'm continuing saying the words. Anubis. Drummer. Stubbertson. Yusef. I am a crazy white lady, it's true. Hope you're glad, because if Dark Steve, hope you're glad, because if you're not upset, if I missed anyone, please let me know and I'll say hello to you. I'm also obviously reading the chats on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. And YouTube Shorts chat is interesting. It's interesting right now. Yeah, I don't know what side of the bed YouTube Shorts chat woke up on this morning. But they're being a bit weird. That's fine. They're not being inappropriate weird at this point. They're just being weird. Yeah, just being weird. I mean, slightly inappropriately weird, but not like really bad. It's like, it's kind of entertaining weird right now. We got Friday chat on a Monday. Yeah, you got a permit for those guns? Yeah, like I said, the full gun show. If you want the full gun show, I'm gonna need a super chat. I ain't messing. I ain't messing. We got Friday chat on a Monday over here. What's going on? What's happening? I always wonder if people can hear me but they can't see chat. What, like, with no context, half of the things that I say must sound really weird. Like, imagine just hearing me out the window. Which I'd imagine people do. Especially today, because all the windows and doors are open. Because obviously the loft gets really hot. So as much air as we can in the house to stop it overheating up there. So we've got all the windows and doors open right now. So everyone can hear me. Probably. They're just like, what's going on out there? Don't worry, the other half sounds weird too. That's true. I suppose you also hear things without context because of different chats. Although I was looking and Nutty posted. Nutty's like a person that on socials, they stream, they do TikTok, they do everything. And Nutty Lamau, they basically look at the biggest streaming updates and tech and things. And they were posting about this streambot chat, streamer.bot. And it apparently compiles every chat into one chat. And I obviously can't show it on the screen because that's against Twitch rules, but at least it would be easier for me to keep up with all the chats. You know, but they posted, I'm live showing off the brand new streamer. If you wanted to learn how to combine Twitch and oh, is it only Twitch and YouTube? What about TikTok? Is it only... Well, even if it was just combining Twitch and YouTube on my screen, that would be great. Don't you feel shy about talking alone? Come over to Twitch. I stream on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube all at the same time. I'm not alone. I'm also not alone. Can you not hear the banging and crashing? I also don't live alone. I'm the least alone right now. What did I do? What do you mean, what did you do? What do you mean? It would be very handy, especially if they could add TikTok in the future. That would be brilliant. But I don't know what the streamer.bot... And oh, flip! That's what I was meant to download the Atom update. Atom brought out their own multi-stream plugin. So instead of using vertical and in a separate plugin, I can have them both Atom and they'll both update whenever. It's good. Why does every single person assume you're talking to them and them alone? I know, people are like, oh, she's obviously crazy and just talking to herself and reading messages that don't exist, or this is pre-recorded. No, I just stream everywhere. You can't escape me. You said YouTube chat is being weird, so I said, what did I do? What do you mean? Are we back? OBS just disconnected. The internet had a bit of a wobble. Are we back? Don't know what happened there. Oh, I'm back. Okay, good. I don't know what happened there. We had a bit of a wobble. The internet had a bit of a wobble. But we're okay now. No, it wasn't on your end. I don't know what happened. To be fair, my internet earlier was having a wobble anyway. When I was sending messages on Discord, it took ages. Blame Ark? Oh, man. Did someone ask Ark to roll the dice to decide how my internet's going to run today? Why? Why would you do that? Why Ark? Clearly it was Ark that was asked. You froze for me on the most insane face. Oh, did you screenshot it and put it in stream chat and clips? Oh, you did. I just seen it. I think that's when I was like, you can't escape me. I stream everywhere. Just post it. Yeah, I just saw it come up. Also, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit like checking my emails a lot right now. I shooted my shotted with something yesterday, and I know Sunday is a random day to do it, but I'm really hoping the shot that I shooted is successful. It's a bit, it's random, but also not random. If you've been on the stream and you've heard some stuff that Badgers and I have been complaining about recently, it's not random. And also, if you know, like, well, like, just, it makes sense. And I'm hoping I get to tell you about it, because I'm hoping that the shot that has been shotted is successful. But basically, if any of you, like, are into, like, you know, I don't know, good vibes into the world, could you put some good vibes into the world for my shot that has been shotted and hope that it is successful? Just be like, please, make Hayes' shot that has been shooted be good. Yes, yes. Kay had the diabolical face. Oh, so I actually use... Yeah, I was going to say Go Gadget. Instead of using the screenshot button now, I pretty much always have snipping tool pinned on my task manager. Not task manager, my start bar. So if you go into your little Windows button... If you go into your little Windows button and you push snip and you just type in snipping tool, it comes up with a tool that you can click and drag exactly what you want to copy. I use snipping tool so many times, all the times. And if you right click on any program in the start menu, in the start bar, in the little bar downstairs, taskbar, whatever, you can pin it, so you can always grab it. I have mine pinned. Chat, what programs do you have pinned on your taskbar? I have Chrome, File Explorer, Snipping Tool, Elder Scrolls Online, OBS, Streamlabs Chatbot, Discord, Gilded, which has definitely been updated. Gifting tool, if you don't know what that is, Boki got me on Gifting tool. If you like making GIFs or you want to make GIFs, Gifting tool is basically snipping tool, but it makes GIFs. It's crazy good. And it's a donation system, so you pay as much as you want and you get to keep it forever. I think I paid £1 at the time just because I don't have a lot of spare money, but it's really good. It's like the snipping tool, but for GIFs. Steam, Photoshop, which I should probably unpin because I cancelled. I let my subscription end, and I'm currently using Clip Studio and Affinity, which are pinned next to Photoshop. Then sticky notes, and that's it. Yeah, Elder Scrolls Online is the only game that is pinned in my bottom buttons. Post link in Discord. What for gifting tool? Let me see if I can remember how to find a gifting tool. Oh, here you go. That was easy to find. I'll post it in gadgets and tech, as mentioned on stream. I'm on Chrome browser on Windows. So dance around. What? Snipping tool is really good, real good. Hi, Lyriel. Hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? Chrome, Steam, Discord, Ubi Launcher, GOG, EA app, Amazon Games, Win Media Player. Amazon Games? Oh, is that the one that you can just like play a bunch of games on Amazon Prime now? Discord, Steam, Music Box, nice and neat. I liked it. Paint.net is pretty good and free. Oh, what was the Photopea I heard is really good. I was going to quickly look that up. Photopea is apparently as close to Photoshop as you can get, but online. Photopea. And it's completely free, as far as I can tell. Oh, wow. Oh, this is basically... Okay. I mean, I can't see the tools yet, but just like the layout, Photopea. Chrome, Steam, Discord. Oh, I already read that one. I forgot ESO. Yeah. Paint.net is pretty good and free. Firefox, Spotify, GOG. I bought Clip Studio a long time ago because I was originally going to make my own VTuber, and then life got crazy and I didn't do it. Which I once again, I'm getting the tickle at the moment to make it again. And I really want to do it, but it's just time. And I don't want to hire someone else to do it because, number one, I can do it myself. And number two, if you hire someone, they own the rights to that character. And there's a lot of extra payment that's involved to, like, get that. Yeah, it's hard. So, yeah. By the way, can we get a creator channel for recommended software? Gadgets and tech. You can post it in there. I feel like gadgets and tech, if you got some good... software and things that can go in there, or media room, depending on what the product is. I'm trying to not add any more channels to the Discord because it's currently crazy and barely. Some of the channels just don't get used a lot. I have too many lists. By the way, I need help with OBS. Me, a silly, needs a smartie. I promise you, whatever issue you have, there will be a very well-informed YouTube video. If you just go on YouTube, type whatever problem you've got. Nutty Lamal, who I said earlier, they are really good at tutorials. I can try and help, but also I'm really bad at explaining things that aren't silly, goofy fun. And I feel like I'm probably not the best to have a lesson on OBS because I am good at OBS and I use OBS, but I'm not an expert. Like, there are experts out there. And when it comes to stream settings, I feel like I have everything wrong, which is why my stream's always like buffering and having issues. We need a 76 channel. I've had a Fallout 76 channel so many times, and every single... Oh, we have a Fallout channel, you absolute pleb. Absolute pleb. It's right there. There's also a Habbo channel, which I made and hasn't been used. Stop asking for channels and then not using them, chat. It pees me off. Just go in other games or just go in Fallout. Stop it. I feel like the D&D channel has only been me posting like, this is what I mean. And then people start talking about things in general. I'm like, there's a channel for that. Please. Stop asking for channels and then just typing everything in general, chat. Didn't know about the Habbo channel. Is that new? Yes. I made it a couple of months ago when Habbo Origins came back, but I think I'm gonna sunset it already just because I love Habbo and I'm still playing Habbo, but the channel just takes up room. I feel like there's a few channels that could probably be merged at this point. Yeah, yes, you are plebs and you are wholesome plebs. That is very true. Why do you keep typing women and then a cup of tea? What is going on? What does that mean, YouTube chat? Also, Incompetence, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. Even me? I don't know if wholesome is the word I would use for you. Yeah, Photopia seems to be a Photoshop clone, but online, and everyone seems to be raving about it, which I like that it's free and you don't have to download anything. I also like that upon doing a new... Oh, wow, there's like... really bad templates. I mean, the templates are really bad, but they exist. Oh, okay. Select. So it has select subject. I missed that. That's the only thing that Affinity doesn't have right now, and it makes me sad. This literally is Photoshop but online. This is cray-cray. This has pretty much everything, because Affinity, I'm enjoying Affinity, and all of my things that I've been making recently have been using Affinity. Any word from Guild? Anyway, Affinity I'm enjoying, but it's missing a couple of features that are just... If it had those features, it would be almost perfect. Clip Studio, I feel like, is really good for drawing, but I feel like Affinity for, like, graphic stuff is good. But yeah, Photopia, I've just looked it up, and it's online and it's free, and this is basically a clone. I'm definitely going to check this out. The only thing I feel a little bit weird about is that because it's online, you're uploading all your pictures online, and that feels a little bit weird to me. I don't know if I trust that, but a lot of people have been using it, so yeah. What has been going on in YouTube chat? What did I miss? Do I want to know what I missed? Who is talking to you? Why do you keep interrupting? What do you mean? I've told you so many times. I stream on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube all at the same time. Just because my YouTube Shorts chat is dead as a dodo doesn't mean I'm dead as a dodo everywhere else. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. Gosh. I mean, they've been hidden now anyway, but still. What is in the water in YouTube chat right now? He was saying that to me. Oh, how terrible of a mod to talk to their streamer. Did they not see the little mod icon next to your name? Honestly, people are weird. Yeah, don't worry. Stubbertson took him out. Stubbertson yeeted him now. But it's generally easier. What's easier? Did you get hold of Blizzard? No, Blizzard got hold of me. We're going to be playing some WoW soon. As long as I haven't been trolled and this email is not fake. If this email that I got yesterday is fake, I'm actually going to cry. I got, allegedly, I have not looked at the email properly yet because time has been busy, but I allegedly got a code, an ultimate code for the next WoW update with 30 days game time. And if this is a legitimate thing, I'm very happy. We're going to play some WoW. And if it's not legitimate, I'm going to cry. Because how mean? I like flaky biscuits. I prefer a good old solid biscuit for dunking because you don't want to dunk a flaky biscuit. Unless you're talking about American biscuits, then you're probably not going to dunk those in your tea anyway. Yeah, you're probably not going to dunk that in your tea, are you? Really? GW2, Pretendosaur! Hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad. Are you all right? Okay, Pretendosaur, can we get a shout out for Pretendosaur, please? Are you also just like mind blown this week? Elder Scrolls Online update today, Guild Wars update tomorrow, and then World of Warcraft early access, I think Thursday or Friday. What is going on? Why did every MMO that we play decide, let's do everything this week and just stress everyone out? My schedule right now is just like, but you know, very demure, very thoughtful, but you know, it's not very demure of them. It's not very thoughtful. It's not very considerate of our time. Seriously. And apparently Star Wars The Old Republic has an update this week as well, but I don't play that, although everyone wishes that I did and is bullying me to play it. So maybe one day, maybe as some kind of goal or something, maybe one day. Did I not say hello to someone if I didn't at me and be like, hello? I've been away for a bit. OMG, who did they bring back for date nights? What is going on? I don't even know. In the beginning, kayPOW created heavenly and earthly cup of tea. I'm panicking. I don't have enough time. Like, seriously, why? Not very mindful. Not very demure. How does that schedule go again? Speaking of schedules, anyone that is an artist or graphic designer knows this pain. I am once again in that situation where I need a graphic made, and in my head, I'm like, I can save money and make this myself. And also, if I make it myself, then I'll feel pride when I share it, and it'll make me feel good. But also, I don't have a lot of time. And then the other side of my brain is like, I like supporting fellow artists. It would be really cool to commission another creator to do this for me, because it would be in a style that I haven't mastered yet. And then I'd have time to do other things. And then the other side of my brain is like, yeah, but you could just learn that art style that you want. Like, if you put time into it, you could learn that art style and you could do it. And then the other side of my brain is like, yeah, but it would be really cool to see what someone else would come up with. And I started sitting down and making... So basically, in short, I need a schedule that I'm going to post every week, because I'm going to mix up my schedule a little bit, but it's going to be like a weekly thing. So starting at 12:30 p.m. BST as usual, but one day a week. Starting with one day a week. We're going to go 2 afterwards maybe, but starting with one day a week that is selected every weekend. And I will say, okay, we're going to be doing a nighttime stream on this day. So once a week, I will say, for example, Tuesday is going to be a late stream. So I won't be starting early like usual. Blah, blah, blah. So that requires a schedule. And in my head, I have this idea of like an animated anime style. You know, like the VTubers when they have a really cute anime character that's just like floating like this. Or like, I want like a floaty animated anime character with the schedule, and I kind of want the schedule to be all cutesy. Like, I don't know. I don't want just a normal schedule. Like, I want the schedule to maybe be like tea cups, or I don't know, maybe like a menu for a cafe or something. And it's like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And then if there's a bonus stream, an extra section that I can add on. But that would require me to draw an anime style character, which, despite anime style being my favorite art style, I haven't quite mastered it. I did draw this, which you'll recognize if you've been a fan of Sprites. Let me just show you this. Let me just get it up and then I can delete it afterwards. But I drew this, so I can kind of do it, but I don't know. It took me a long time to do this. Is it under merch? Merch? Art? kayPOWXD. Merch. Sprites. And then researcher. Researcher Mari. So, like, I did this. I made this. So I can kind of do it. But It took a minute. It took a minute. Let me make it bigger. Here you go. Yeah. This is Research Amari. You've seen the smaller versions of her on like the some of the posts and things, but this is Research Amari. If you don't know who if you don't know who Research Amari is, well, you should have been following along on the story of the Sprities, huh? Mr. Sidious, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. I'm gonna hold my hands, like, listen. Okay? Listen. I love Elder Scrolls Online. I'm an Elder Scrolls Online stream team partner, and I should know this. And usually updates come around 2-3 o'clock, okay? But, I've been very, very busy, and I can't even tell you what is in this update other than there's a housing thing that lets you tour, and Infinite Archive has ice and fire now. So we're going to read the patch notes together when they go up. I've been very, very busy. But yeah, this is Research Amari, and she was a huge part of the story for Sprities. And if you didn't hear the story of Sprities, it was basically I probably should do like a rundown video of what happened when Sprities was announced, and I should do that one day. If you want that, please request it in the Discord, in the Sprities channel. Funnily enough, you know that channel that I made once again, because everyone was like, we should have a channel for this, and then nobody uses it after everyone requesting it. You know that channel? You know that channel? Sprities is our lovely little mystical and mythical creatures of the realm of insanity. We have a merch store, by the way, with Sprities, and each Spritie has a different trait and personality. It's more than just kayPOW merch. It's its own part of the realm of insanity, a part of the lore and a part of the story. And it's going to be an ongoing story. So Sprities will be updated and new lore will be dropped, etc., etc. And a few of you have already got your Sprities gear, and if you do already have Sprities gear and you'd like to be on the website, you'll see that some of the items do have real people as their pictures. So if you'd like to go look at your real pictures, people pictures, that'd be great. So Fear the Folic Acid limited edition has been turned off, so that's why it says all sold out, but I've kept it up there because I think it's funny. I don't have time lately, so I tune in to do my dailies and get out. That's kind of what I've been doing mostly, I'm not gonna lie. I also did do all the scribing quests. I did all of that. Oh, she cute little fangs. Did she? I don't remember. It's been so long since I drew Research Amari. Sprities must be coming up to a year old now, right? When did Sprities come out? When did I reveal Sprities? I actually don't remember. Is Sprities... Was it February? Wait, are they nowhere near a year old? Am I just being stupid? I probably should have this in my calendar, because we should do some sort of celebration when they're a year old. Probably. Is there music playing right now? How long has the music been dead? Sorry. Well, there we go. That's settled. After Guild Wars 2 becomes my whole personality for a while, I'll see if I have the dollars to buy some time for Star Wars The Old Republic so I can deactivate my old characters and smooch the cat man again. And then Star Wars The Old Republic will become my whole personality for several months at least. That's my life. The only constant is Elder Scrolls Online. If it's not Elder Scrolls Online, I just flutter between obsession between each other game that I play. WoW's upcoming. Once Human I played on Thursday, and that was super fun. I definitely want to play some more of that. But I could have definitely gone on for way more hours with that, but I had to go to places. Just how many sides does your brain have, Kay? Many, many sides. Many, many sides. VTubers are on another plane, right? How about this in the schedule? What cheeky bean? You don't want to stream from a plane? The other passengers will be annoyed? Oh. But think of the reach. They have to follow or I keep going. Put that on the schedule, I say. What, the cheeky bean? Oh, what? Research Amari? No. So if I don't do an animated sort of like cute anime style, I'm going to use this picture that was drawn by the amazingly talented Panfu. This was a gift from Panfu, and I love it so, so much. It's like actually incredible. Look at this. This was fan art. Are you kidding? Look at it. Look at this. I know. I love it so much. So much. It's so cute. Panfu just randomly surprised me with this one day. It's amazing. They're so talented. Can we do a shout out for Panfu, please? Pandfoo. Which is the real person. Should I try and... No, wait. I've had some amazing fan art from the realm of Insanity. We have, let's see, what else have we got in here? This was from Astra Lexi. How cute is this one? By the way, if anyone ever makes art of me, oh my gosh, please send it to me. I've got a whole folder on my computer and it brings me so much joy. Either of me or my characters, because look at this that I got of my ESO character. Are you kidding me? That's my ESO character. This is my Final Fantasy character. Look at this. Oh, by the way, the last one was by Mahlisen. It's let me get it how it's spelled. This is spelled like this. And this one is by Pure Skies on Twitter. But if anyone does any art of me, there's no pressure. But if you do, please show me. Please show me. This was by Mousy. This is Raynil, my D&D character. How amazing is that? If you're here at the start of the stream or the end of the stream, in the GIFs, sometimes art will show in the slideshow. So it's GIFs of me and artwork as well. We also got this one from Mousy as well, which is amazing. This is from Sprouty. This is my Starfield character. How cool is this? We all know Sprouty. We all know Sprouty. This was another one from Panfu. This is the one that Panfu done for me first of all. And then they did the new version. You can tell like how amazing, like their art style just refines. Oh, it's so good. We also have this one from Kento, which is my roleplay character from when the text-based roleplay was going on in the Discord, which we're still sometimes considering loading up the text-based roleplay again, but it's just so hard when you like, because I'm obviously the realm leader and I kind of need to keep the story flowing, and if people are not used to text-based roleplay, it's really hard for them to keep the story flowing without input from NPCs. So it's been really difficult to do it. Actually, no, that's not my roleplay character from the realm. That is my Skyrim character that I used to roleplay on Tumblr. We also have, speaking of World of Warcraft, we have Rinky, which is my goblin shaman, or shaman, however you want to say it, from World of Warcraft. That's also by Sprouty. And we also have... yeah. Oh, we have this cute little one from Boki that they scribbled. It's so cute. I love it. How cute is that? And Boki also done like a pixel version of me as well. Like pixel art. Oh, I just love artwork, and I especially love artwork from the realm. It means so much to me, and if I could just I just love it. And this is another thing, like the constant struggle between doing your own artwork but also commissioning someone else, so you get to see a surprise. If you're drawing it yourself, it just becomes pain. And usually when you spend so long on a piece of art, you get to the end of it and you hate it because it took you so long and you're like, is this even good? Whereas those artworks, every single one of them, I absolutely love them all. Like, absolutely love them all. Sorry, I noticed I was getting real shiny. That should help with the shine. Sebum. They call it, you know, when you get oily around your nose, it's called sebum. It's a horrible word, isn't it? Sounds gross, but it's human. It's part of life. It just doesn't look great on camera. Very demure. Very see how I pat my nose when it gets shiny, so everybody doesn't have to look at my sebum. Very demure. Very thoughtful. Very classy. You say. No sebum here. Sebum? How can I have seamed them when I don't even know them? I never seamed them. Oh, by the way, if anyone does buy anything from Sprite-Teas at any point, there are alerts on the stream. And they're quite funny. I might do some Sprite-Teas giveaways soon, just as like an apology for my brain being recently. You know? Also, I don't know if drops are going to be on an ESO anytime soon, but they usually are for updates. Let me know if you see them activate, so I can put it in my stream title. And also, if you have artwork that is not of me, but just something you're really proud of, we do have an art channel in the Discord, and I'd love to see your arts and crafts. But please don't advertise your commissions in there. And that's not because I hate commissions and I hate artists making money. It's because I don't want people coming in and spamming, especially with the the lovely AI art coming in. So I'd really, really appreciate if you do share your things. Don't be like, my commissions are open. But you can contact me to add you to the Realm of Insanity art directory, which is a list of Realm of Insanity members that have commissions open, which nobody has been put on the list yet because nobody is like, stop being shy, be proud of you. Like, what? Okay, make it make sense. People always say to me, Kay, I would really love if you had like a self-promotion channel. And then the minute I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make a self-promotion channel because I don't want people to come to my Discord just to spam their work when it's my Discord for my work. And you can say that's selfish. That's fine. You run your Discord how you like. But I personally don't like going into a creator. If I'm sitting and watching a creator, right? I personally don't like it when I join their Discord and I join their Discord to keep up with them and their community and their updates, and all I get is, oh, I'm live right now, some person you've never seen before. Like, yeah. Like, okay, and I don't want people being like, oh, that sounds really harsh, Kay.
I won't be shy about my 6 months.
Don't be shy about your 6 months. That is a very good 6 months. Look at that. Look at that. Go Gadget. Thank you so much for the resubscription. I really, really appreciate it. Well, look at that cheeky chat badge. You got a new chat badge. It looks real good on you. Welcome, Andrew. Welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy. I thought it was going to burp, but it didn't come out. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, your ability to change your lights, and the ability to use sound commands. So the commands available to you are in exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. No, but seriously, I'm all for supporting people, and I always shout out creators that I love and enjoy. I will always be open to looking up new creators if people have suggestions. But I personally don't feel like a self-promotion channel is worth it in Discord, especially now that Discord partner is not a thing, because before people would have them to keep engagement up, right? To have activity in the Discord server so they could get Discord partner. But now, all that is a channel where people spam. And I promise you, most of the people that spam in those channels do not read anything in those channels. They go there, they post their links, and they leave. They don't support other people. They don't look at other people. It's a selfish channel for the people posting in it. I know that's harsh, but as someone that's been in the creator community for long enough, I've seen it happen too many times. I once upon a time did have a self-promotion channel. I got rid of it because everyone that posted in there was selfish. There are other ways to share your love and your passion than having a self-promotion channel. I promise you it's a waste of time, and it spams everyone, and nobody cares. Stop wasting time posting your links in self-promotion channels and post on socials, or go make some good friends or something. But don't make friends with people to use their... Anyway, also don't go to a creator and use their channel to bump yourself up. That's rude. You can do that without being rude. Yeah, like, for example, people come to me and I will boost them if I love what they do. And art is the same. Like, people will join a channel just to spam their artwork, but then not support anyone else. And I'm not about that. The Realm of Insanity is an online family. It's a community. It's a place that I've built where I want everyone to interact with each other and to be wholesome and lovely. And I sit and watch over you, and I just love seeing you all interact and stuff, and I love it. But I don't want you to interact in selfish ways where you're just trying to sponge off each other. I'm not about that. So if you have a self-promotion channel in your Discord, maybe consider removing it and doing a directory instead, like I'm doing. I just feel like a directory of artwork and a directory of creators, or like shouting people out, is way more... Number one, it's more effective because it's showing that you actually appreciate these people and you're doing it in a way that showcases what they do. But also, it doesn't spam people, and it gives people a way to look. But if you're an artist or you make any kind of artwork, please, please, please let me know. If you go to the art and craft section of the Discord and you check the pinned messages, all the information about the directory is there. I'd love to actually add people on there, because nobody actually wants to be on there at the moment. Which I feel slightly happy about, because it means people know that the Discord is not a place for self-promotion. It's a place for us all to enjoy each other's company. And if your skills get picked up and intrigue, and, you know, people try and search you up, brilliant. Or if I showcase you, for example, Sprouty's contacted me a few times and said, hey, is it okay if I share this? Or hey, can I do this? Or can you do this? And I've shared their work and I've said their commissions are open because they've been struggling or something. Or they've made me fan art and they've said, can you just mention that my commissions are open? I'm fine with doing that. But yeah, the spam, no. But I just feel like having a directory where I'm like saying these people are good is way more personalized than just having a channel where people can just be like, hello, I do the thing. And half the time it's AI robots. So if I just say no self-promotion, we don't get the robots, we don't get the spam, we don't get the scams, and we get a curated list of people that I actually recommend. I have a big brain sometimes. Peyton, thank you so much for the resubscription. I really, really appreciate it. Welcome and/or welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change room lights, and the ability to sound commands. All the commands available to you, and if SWA commands, enjoy. Yes, it was a teapot kitty. A kitty teapot. This is also my subscription badges on Twitch. If you get past a year, I think. Anyone that's got a cat teapot in the chat is over a year subscribed. Jake and Savage Rabbit, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, it is awesome, if I do say so myself. I love my kitty cat teapot. Yeah, we do have an arts and crafts section in the Discord. You're more than welcome to share your work. I absolutely love seeing people's works and arts and crafts. And yeah, I love it so, so much. Also, you are welcome to say, like, this was a commission, because that's kind of like a cheeky way of doing it. But yeah, you just got to be careful with how you work it. Anyway, sorry, I ranted. I ranted. Case makeup is lovely today. Thank you. I based it on the Janthia Wilds update logo thing. The logo, which it's this, but blues. Peyton, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're upset, I'm sorry. Can I get you to repeat all that? My boss called in the middle of it. I don't even know what I said. Thank you for the follows on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, by the way. I really, really appreciate it. Does Evil K have a goatee for some reason? I mean, no, but I do have magic cards in my hand, and devil... Why did my chat just disappear? My chat just disappeared. Oh, it's back. What is going on? Honestly, chat, I think Keith is awakened. I think Keith didn't know where we were, and he got confused, and he was hanging out at my old house and Badger's old house. And I feel like Keith has just suddenly realized that where we've gone, and he's just found us, because the bathroom light flickers at night. The internet had a wobble, and now weird stuff's happening on my computer, like things are disappearing. Keep an eye in the background, chat. If you see anything move, let me know. Then we'll know it's Keith. For those that don't know, Keith is our resident spooky boy. Our resident ghost. And he's chill. He's not like a demon or anything. He's not scary. He's just chill. He just trolls us by flickering lights or moving things, you know. There's been times on stream where plushies have moved in the background, and it's not like, oh, they just fell over, like they've been moved, and people go, ugh! But it's not happened since we moved, and I thought, oh, Keith can't come with us, because maybe he wasn't here or whatever, I don't know. But I don't know, it's either Keith or the house is bugging out, who knows? Because it's all electric stuff, so it could be that the house is bugging out. Oh no, the lights have gone off! Yeah, and my mum and dad had, or still have, a cat called Bandit and a dog called Ziggy, and they basically would stare off into the corner, and my cat Bandit especially, he would stare at the corner of the room and just growl, and I never heard that cat make any noise like this, but it was going... And it was always the same corner. Creepy. And then he would, like, look around, and he'd done it on stream a few times, it was super creepy. But it's like fun creepy, silly goofy fun creepy, not like uncomfortable fearing for my life creepy, you know? There's a difference. There is a big difference, okay? I promise you. I need my water bottle. I'll get it in a minute. I have a ghost in my house. It likes to turn on app taps in the shower and even the cat. Okay, that's kind of annoying because they're bumping up your water bill, you know? Water. Water. It was a bit creepy sometimes. Yeah, it was creepy, but not like, oh, please stop haunting me. It was just like, oh dear, you be haunting me. Spooky boys. When I was young, there was a wall in the middle of the house that was ice cold, and the cat used to always hiss at it. Ooh. Sounds handy in the summer, though. Spooky stories. I'm one of those people that I love spooky stories. I absolutely love spooky stories, but I also don't. I'll only do spooky stories at the start of the day. I won't do spooky stories when it's near bedtime, because otherwise I won't sleep. I won't sleep. Maybe the ghost is Stimky. Oh, maybe they're just trying to have a bath. Maybe they're like, I've not bathed in thousands of years. This is something I did read, though, regarding ghosts. Why is it every single ghost you see is like old time or hear about is always old-fashioned, old-timey, like old Victorian lady or old Victorian man? Where's the roadmen ghosts and the chav ghosts and like the middle-aged ghosts from the current age? That, you know, do you have to be dead for a certain amount of years before you can haunt people? Why is there no road? I think Keith is like a chav or a roadman, because the way he messes with us is just like way too modern day to be a Victorian ghost. So no spooky stories in the late night streams. No! I won't sleep, which is probably good for you because I'd want to just stream, but... Ironically, it was only like that after my mum astral projected herself to visit my dad. Oh, snap! Something got trapped in that wall. Something came through. Nope, lots of more current ghosts exist. Really? I never hear about them. I do have badgers to protect me now, that is true. Apart from he does work nights sometimes. Can almost be like, Angry Dad, can you come and fight a ghost for me? She swears she accidentally opened a metaphysical portal somewhere that shouldn't have been opened. I mean, that would be scary and cool at the same time. What a story, though. Maybe people are like visiting your plane through their little wall and they're just peeking in. Don't go naked in your living room or wherever you said the wall is. Yeah, it's like medieval or Victorian ghosts. There's never like a chav or roadman ghost or... Why is it you never hear of like... I don't know, there's never a ghost called... I don't know, what's a modern name? Oh, I love cryptids. Mythical creatures and cryptids. It would be nice if ghosts could actually do the washing up or tend to the garden and other useful jobs. Yeah, if you're going to be a resident here, make yourself useful, please. Yeah, you never get a ghost called Bob. Timothy, I feel like is quite an old-fashioned name, but like Bob... Well, I mean, like, there's never a ghost called, like... I don't know, I'm trying to think of modern names. It's always, like, Jeremiah or Gerald or, Terence. It's always, like, a posh old name. It's never, oh, here is the ghost of, this place... And they are... like Chase. Or Chad. Or something, I don't know. Yeah, this is our house ghost, Chad. That's why we call our house ghost Keith. I feel like it's more funny. There is Robert the doll. I have an itchy cheek, and I'm trying not to itch it, because I don't want to ruin my blush, but it's itchy. Oh, I'm assuming we're looking at a 3 PM update instead of a 2 PM update, huh? Well, we're having fun sitting and chatting, waiting for the update anyway, aren't we? Right, chat? Right? Maybe ghosts can only start ghosting if everyone that remembers them is also dead. Maybe! Yeah, maybe that's like a hidden rule. To stop people, like, telling stories to their loved ones about what's going on. Maybe that's to stop people saying what the afterlife is like to people that they love. Ooh, conspiracy theories. That doll Robert in real life is creepy. Apparently, if you take a photo of him at the museum without asking, the photo comes out blurry. Ooh. Is it... what's Robert the doll? Because I've heard of, Annabelle, obviously. Everyone's heard of Annabelle. What's Robert the doll? Do I want to search this up? I probably don't. I probably don't want to... I don't want to know. I want to know, but I don't want to look at pictures. So, fun fact, chat. I know this is probably really paranoid and stupid, and, you know, there's... It's probably, I know I'm superstitious and it's silly to be superstitious in some ways, but there was once upon a time where I was really addicted to reading like ghost stories and true crime and murder stories and like ghosts that have haunted after true crime. And I was watching like a YouTuber that would do her makeup and tell stories, and I was reading things and I was listening to podcasts. And I feel like the year that I was obsessed with listening to those things, that year, so many bad things happened in my life. And as soon as I stopped watching those things, obviously bad things still happened. We know all the bad things that have been happening recently in my family. Let's not go there. But like, I feel like that year especially, it was just bad vibes, bad energy, bad vibes. And as soon as I stopped watching it all, things like the good energy started coming back. And I know that's really stupid. And I still read some ghost stories, and I still talk about like ghosts and things and like horrors and like murder stories and things, but I do feel like when I absorb a lot of it, it just brings bad energy around, you know? Does that sound stupid to people? Probably. Probably. I don't know how much I have, like, I don't know if I heavily believe that that was an actually thing or if it was just actually thing. Wow, some good England going on there. But I definitely felt that. Vexia, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'm sad. Always happy to see you pop up on my For You page. Just wanted to drop and say hi. Hello, sausage, how you doing? Not stupid, you draw what you focus on, yeah. And it definitely felt like the energy in the room was not good. It was not good vibes, so I kind of started watching more wholesome stuff and the good energy came back. Or at least I felt like the good energy came back, yeah. Hi, Weapons Great Pineapple! Hello, how are you today? Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? Do you still have the ramen camera? Because that is creepy. Oh, what? Ramen? Do you want to say hello to everyone? Let's see if it still is in the right place, because since I moved house, I think I've only gone to this camera like once. Let's see. Ramen? Where is my ramen button? Oh, here we go. Ramen? Oh yeah, he still exists. He's still doing his thing. Yeah, yeah. Yes, please, don't worry, Ramen, we're gonna get you some sacrifices. I know you're hungry. Chat, Ramen demands sacrifices. Ramen is our cat plushie. And, he demands sacrifice. You can sacrifice with Shivering Cheese, which is our channel currency, not our chat currency. Channel. I'm so glad I gifted you a gifted plushie. Look, oh, on my throne! Have you heard of Throne? Where you can send creators goodies that you think they will like. You can either send things that are on my wish list or things that are approved by Throne and are not on my wish list. Isn't that cool? I need to re-add a few things on there because a few things that I put on my wish list that are now out of stock. Yeah. Yeah. But if you send stuff through Throne, it comes to me and there's a pop-up on stream. And also, if you have an idea for something that you think, Kay would really like this, but I don't have the money to send it, then I have some great news for you. You can actually suggest items for my wish list, which would really help me out, actually, because I feel like at the moment I need more options because a lot of the cheap stuff has been purchased. So I need some more, like, you know, I need some more, you know. Yeah, I did add a few more house things on there, a couple more things on there. Remember where, oh, by the way, I should probably mention, because I've not mentioned, it's in my stream title and I've referenced it a few times. And today's stream is sponsored by Guild Wars 2. In the background, even though we're not going to be playing Guild Wars 2 today, we're going to be playing Guild Wars 2 tomorrow with the new update, Janthir Wilds. It comes out in 26 hours, 38 minutes and 55 seconds. You can do !GW2 in the chat for the link, where if you pre-purchase before this timer is done, you get the Homesteader title, Whispering Serpent's Pauldron skin, and a box with your choice of one Serpent's Wrath weapon skin. You only get those items if you pre-order. You can pre-order through my link in chat, and that will take you to the website. I don't get commission from it, but it does make me look cool. If you order it through a ArenaNet partner like Dawn Whisper, you will get the monies because they have actual affiliate codes. So if you want to use my link to check it out, but buy the expansion through Dawn Whisper, then please feel free to do that because she's a lovely, lovely elf, and she deserves all the good things in this land. All the good things. But yeah, my link is not an affiliate link. It's just a tracked link for the sponsored stream. Today's stream is sponsored to, like, do the countdown, and then tomorrow we're going to be actually playing, which is different sponsorship. Pay me twice. Yay! Yay! Woo! Money for IRL Herfire. Oh, yeah! Hey, do you know that you're such a good and kind friend? No, I'm not. I'm actually not. Real talk, I'm actually a terrible friend. You lot are lucky that you're my online friends who come and watch my stream, because my actual friends, I'm there if they need me. If anyone says, oh, I need you for this, or if I have, like, if I think of something and I can support them like I just did there, I will do it, and I'm there when I'm needed. But I'm also, we've spoke about this on stream so many times, I just will forget to message people for months. Actual months. Not days, not weeks, months. If there isn't a reason for me to message them about something, and it's nothing against that person, like, I promise you, if I've not replied to you for months, and this is why I don't like allow DMs in the realm of Insanity, I only allow DMs from like close friends or family, because they understand. They're not going to get stroppy. I feel like other people might get stroppy, and I have lost a lot of friends because of this, but I'm terrible. As much as I try and keep up with messaging people, I just read a message, say I'm going to reply to that, and then I don't reply. And my brain just does it. And it's not against the person. And I really hate that some people in the past have felt offended that they're not a good enough friend to make me remember to message them, because it's not that at all. It's just how my brain works. And there's a lot of people that have this brain that just is not very good with keeping up with people. And if someone messages me, I will more than often reply, but I definitely wouldn't, like, I don't sit there and think, oh, I'm going to message this person unless there's a reason for me to do it. And again, it's nothing, it's not like, oh, I don't think of you, because I do. I think of people all the time, but I don't think I'm going to message this person. I just think, oh, I think about them. And then in my head, I'm keeping up with them because I'm thinking about them. I know it's really confusing, but in real life, I'm just not a very good friend in that way. I'm a very supportive person, and I'm always told that I'm very thoughtful, and people are always surprised with how I think of things. Like, I'm the sort of person that if you do a small thing for me, I'll get you a thank you card, or like your favorite drink, like Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper or something. I'll get you a bottle of your favorite drink and some chocolate, you know. But I also will forget to message you for 3 months. So, am I the world's worst friend? I don't think so. I don't think I'm the worst friend. But I'm definitely not a necessarily good friend, especially for people that want instant gratification and want instant replies, because I'm not that person. And at one point in my life, I felt guilty about that, and I beat myself up about it, and I tried to change the way that my brain was wired, and I exhausted myself making sure that I replied to every single message and kept up with every single person. And I actually just used up every ounce of my energy, and I was a shell of a person when I did that. And everyone around me was happy, but I wasn't. And I'm a massive people pleaser, so I carried on doing that for a ridiculous amount of time, and this was in school. And I realized that I was putting all my energy into making everyone around me happy, and it got to the point where I had no energy left to give. So not only could I not please people anymore, I couldn't entertain people anymore, I also was not very well myself. So I've got to the point now where I sort of apologize, but I'm also unapologetic. Like, I'm really sorry that I'm not a good friend, but I'm not willing to change that. And if anyone's coming in without context, I am the best friend that you could have when you need me. And I know that because I love pleasing people. I'm a people pleaser. I will go out my way to make other people happy, even if it's despite myself. And I've always been told off for that. But also, I won't reply to you for 3 months unless it's really urgent, because my brain doesn't work like that. I'm a good friend, but a bad friend. And this is why I don't really have many friends in real life, because people in real life don't want that kind of friendship. People in real life want to go to the pub, or want to go hang out or want people to message them back. It's not like online. I feel like online friends really understand this because we've all got our own lives going on and we're all really busy, and most of you are bad at replying as well. But real life people, they're like, you didn't reply to my message within 2 days. You obviously hate me, bye. And it's like, no. I think the world of you and you're like one of my favorite people and I'm heartbroken that you've just cut me off because I didn't message you for 2 days. And honestly, it's exhausting trying to like get your head around the fact that someone that you think the world of doesn't think the world of you because you forget to reply to messages. And I'm trying to, I will say I am trying to get better. I'm trying to get better at warning people when they become my friends and apologizing to my friends. Brand Diablo being one of those people that's been around in my life for, well, since I was like 10, 12 years old playing Habbo Hotel. Brand Diablo has had many apologies of, sorry I am like this, but also not sorry I'm like this. You just have to put up with it. And Brand Diablo is one of those people that understands it's not personal. And sometimes, you know, I totally get if people take it personally sometimes, and I have to remind them it's not personal. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'll never make you feel that if you need reassurance, come to me. Reassurance, I usually reply straight away because someone needs me. But if you don't needs me, and also there's that dark part in my brain is like, nobody wants to hear from me because I'm really annoying, so I'm not going to annoy anyone. I'm going to wait until they want to talk to me because that's when I know they want to talk to me. And they obviously don't want me to randomly message them because why would they want that? Because I'm stupid and annoying and nobody likes me. You know, relatable. My best friend is the person who sends me 6-minute voice messages. I hear them and think I reply and forget for 4 days to send it. Yeah. Instant replies honestly scare me. Same. I'm like, whoa. I don't expect instant replies. In fact, the bottom of my email literally says, please take your time. There's no rush. I email at weird times. I don't expect instant replies. Like, you're good. You have a life. You daily, you know. Can't do dailies at a pub. I'm happy to go outside and touch grass. But I'm also really bad at organizing. So if someone tells me, hey, be at this place at this time, cool, I'll be there. But if someone says, hey, we should meet up sometime, I'll just be like, okay. Oh, hi. We should meet up sometime. We should do something. All right. Am I supposed to carry on that? Because I never do. Because of what? I think it's like rejection sensitivity, because like every idea that I've given after that conversation is shot down, and I hate the feeling of like, your ideas suck, you're trash, so I just never give ideas anymore. And it's one of the reasons why I've never done a kayPOW meetup or a kayPOW meet and greet, because I just assume everyone will hate my idea and no one will come. And I know that's really emo, but I am an emo in my heart and soul. I always have been. I might not look emo anymore, but trust me, deep down, I'm still listening to... Well, actually, I still listen to MCR in my... Honestly, chat, if I could play DMCA allowed music on stream, I would, and you would be shocked. Unless you know me, then you wouldn't be shocked at all. It would be, like, literally emo rock, death metal... None of this. The only I just don't like listening to like generic metal that's made for streams. I like listening to actual songs. But I feel like also not metals. Would I listen to metal all the time and death metal and emo music? I don't think so, because I feel like that's quite a niche genre, and a lot of people that like my stream wouldn't want to listen to that. So I probably wouldn't do it, but 2 days is very extreme. Tons of apologies. None ever needed. That's why my best friend and I have a system. If it's urgent, we write in the first sentence that we literally start with SOS, if not to react when you got time. Yeah. Streamer thinks they're annoying when people sit and watch them every day of their life. I'm like, no one's gonna be here. Every day I'm like, why do I even bother streaming? Because nobody's gonna want to watch me. I know, this Doki Doki shirt is from Insert Coin, and I love it. Hashtag gifted. Hashtag ad. Isn't it cute? I love it. I love that it's got like the little bits on the arms. I love a shirt that's a bit more than just a shirt. And gaming companies, other than Insert Coin, I just feel like they go, here's a gaming shirt. It's the logo on a generic shirt that's unisex. You're welcome. No, I want this. I want more of this, like cute pastel vibes with cute, like, flash of color. I literally got so excited to meet kayPOWXD. Oh gosh, we actually hugged. It was so great. It was so great. I was like, oh my god, I actually get to hug you. Okay, have you ever listened to him? I have, yes. Not like obsessively like I did with My Chemical Romance. By the way, just a reminder for anyone that has come into the stream and hasn't been on the Discord, if you hear noises like banging, crashing, soaring, drilling, I'm having my loft hatch extended right now. So there is someone in my loft. And for the Americans, we had this discussion earlier and all the Americans were like, what the heck is a loft hatch? Attic door. If you're confused, attic door. But yeah, there's someone in my loft probably listening to everything I'm saying going, what? What is going on down there? I did warn them. I said, I'm just going to let you know, I'm starting my stream now. If you hear weird stuff, I'm playing games and talking to people all over the world. And there are a bunch of people that are not like local friends. So no names, no locations, all top secret. They must think, what is going on in there that has to be so secret? But yeah, so if you hear banging, crashing, soaring, drilling, any of the sorts, that's my loft hatch being extended and a ladder being put in, because previously in the kayPOW house, the loft hatch was a tiny square, which I forgot to do a before and after photo. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask to keep the square so that doesn't get thrown away, right? And we're gonna keep the square and I'm gonna do like a comparison, and then I'm gonna like turn the old loft hatch into a piece of art or something and be like, rest in peace, old loft hatch. In 2024 or something. I don't know. That's the plan. Unless the loft hatch has been used to make something else, that I obviously can't do that. I haven't checked out the door in a hot minute. So if that's happened, that's fine too. But we're going to see. Well, I'll see. But yeah, I forgot to do a before picture. But I'm hoping at some point I took a picture and sent it to someone. Like family, to explain to them, like my parents. I think I sent a picture to my dad and said, please stop sending me things from home until I get a bigger loft hatch. I cannot fit anything up this loft hatch. And also I don't have a ladder, and the ladder that I do have doesn't reach. Please stop. So I feel like I did take a picture at some point. But I have done a few pictures and videos in between of it happening, so yeah, I'll post it. Anyway, basically what's happening is my loft hatch was a tiny little square. It didn't have a ladder, and it didn't even like come down like a normal loft hatch. You just lifted it and pushed it over. The only reason it existed was to get to the water tank that was in the loft. The water tank is dead, done now. We got a new boiler that doesn't need a water tank, so done, gonzo. So we're getting the loft hatch extended and a ladder put in, a nice one that's nice and easy to go up and things like that, and it's going to be great. And then we can put stuff up the loft like Christmas decorations and Halloween decorations. By the way, went round a bunch of shops yesterday. Since we're talking about Halloween decorations, I am so disappointed in Home Bargains and B&M. I went to Home Bargains and B&M expecting there to be a Halloween aisle, because everywhere on TikTok is like, oh, the Halloween stuff's coming out. Yay, autumn. There was literally like 5 things. Disappointing. If it gets to September and there's not a Halloween aisle, I'm going to make a formal complaint. And you know what winds me up the most? They've actually got some Christmas stuff in already. Why have we got Christmas stuff in already when the Halloween's not even been here yet? Disappointed. My disappointment is immeasurable. Immeasurable. No, it's not early to shop for Halloween. You know what it is early for? Christmas. It's far too early for Christmas. Why am I going to garden centres and seeing Christmas trees up? Why? Why? Halloween is first. And you say, isn't it a bit too early to shop for Halloween? But Halloween, like, it's in October. We're halfway through August. I have a house now. I need to prepare. I need to go to all the cheap shops and buy the cheap stuff. And none of the cheap shops have it in yet. Very upset. Very upset. Christmas in August is crazy. It's just crazy. It's actually crazy. I'm going to pretend that the sounds of Badger hitting his head on the desk over and over. Yeah, it's just Badger smashing his head into the desk in frustration. Wolfsy, Stu, and Cloud. Hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Cloud and Flag. Yes. Great username. So it should start in September, as Christmas should start in November. I will get behind that. I think it's just that I'm disappointed because I saw a bunch of TikTok videos of people going into shops and there being a bunch of Halloween stuff. And I'm excited. Okay, give me a little bit of slack, because this year I am extra excited because I actually have a house to decorate, okay? Give me a little bit of slack. I'm usually one of those people like the month before is just enough, okay? But this year I'm excited. I'm really excited. I really hope that the range has the massive, it's not even that expensive, it's like 20 quid, and it's this massive Headless Horseman blow up thing, and I'm really hoping that they have it again, because I'm going to stick it on my car roof on the front drive. Just have like the Headless Horseman on my car. I've been saving up my £20 to spend on it. That's all I'm getting is one Halloween decoration, Headless Horseman, that's it. I've been spending a lot of money on boilers and things, okay? It's not gonna be the most extravagant Halloween, but it's gonna be mine, and it's gonna be my first Halloween. I'm excited. Were they English people or American? English, because I don't think, do you have Home Bargains and B&M in America? I don't think you do you? Slack has been given, thank you. I'm just a bit moody because TikTok and Instagram are trying to say the 5th of July is the start of spooky season. Like, no, that's my birthday. No, they can't have July. Because 10th is Badger's birthday. And like, that's literally in the middle of summer. Spooky season doesn't start until the leaves go orange on the trees. Okay, autumn is spooky season. You can't have although I did see people having like Halloween picnics in summer, and I kind of love that, but I like that as a one-off thing, not it's spooky season all summer, you know? I wouldn't mind having a spooky picnic one day, but I wouldn't pick summer as like summer is going to the beach and doing water sports, or you know, touching grass. Spooky season is I'm gonna hobble myself in my room and sniff spicy candles. That's spooky season. And look out in the trees and be like, it'd be really fun to run through those leaves, but then you don't really want to because then you remember that spiders live in those leaves and you're not a child anymore who doesn't think about these things. Halloween decoration in Germany is sadly very boring. Only pumpkins and skeletons. I want bats and stuff. Yeah. I feel like a lot of places are getting better because of Instagram and TikTok going so ham on Halloween. I can spray paint leaves orange if that's all it takes. I've already been doing Halloween crafts. Dragon, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, people are trying to make Summerween a thing. Like, stop it. Summer is about the beach. Let us enjoy the seasons one at a time. Right? I love autumn. I love spooky season. It is my favorite out of all of the seasons. Do I want spooky season all year? No, because that wouldn't make it as fun as it is. It's like I wouldn't want to move to my favorite place in the world because it's no longer a special place that you can escape to, right? Spooky season is something you look forward to. If spooky season starts in summer, the number one, when you're going to have beach time and like, you know, surfer vibes and like, you know, hippie mode. Summer is my, I'm a hippie, gonna go to the beach, touch grass, walk outside with no shoes on, etc. That's my summer, right? If I don't, when am I gonna do that in the year if I don't do that during summer? That's summer to me. Summer is, I'm gonna be full hippie. That's me. Spooky season is like my favorite bit, but I wouldn't look forward to it as much if it was all year. People are like, I want this all the time. No, you don't. Trust me. If you have a thing all the time, it no longer becomes a special thing, and you don't have that, you know, you won't be excited about that thing. There are some occasions where this doesn't count towards it. For example, relationships, because that's a person, not a thing. That person can change and develop, and you can have discussions and you can spice things up. But a place, you can't really do that. It's just existing. You know? I know! ESO servers still be down. It is nearly 3 o'clock though, and that is usually when the servers go up after an update. So it's probably just a 3 o'clock update day instead of a early. So we've been very lucky recently. We've been getting the updates way earlier than expected. So absolutely that. The general rule is too much of a good thing spoils it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. Exactly. Right. I have been live for 2 hours. So I am going to go stretch, take my eyes away from the screen, have a little bit of a break, see if we need any refreshments going on in the power work house that's going on. Let me open Steam so you can do fishing. And then we'll come back and I guess we'll continue chatting if the ESO servers are still down. I actually have an excuse today that I'm just sitting chatting instead of playing the game. I actually have a good excuse today. You can't even shout at me, huh? You can't tell me off. I mean, technically you could say, Kay, you literally have the game on every single platform and the update's not happening on Xbox, but I would tell you to shut up. That's besides the point. How dare you? Where is game? Where is game? Right, speaking of where is game, where is fishing? Where are you? There it is. We're loading. We're loading. By the way, we literally have one piece of junk left to catch, and then we've got every single achievement in the game. No, we haven't. We've got 2 hidden achievements that we don't have yet, which I'm guessing is also focused around this piece of junk. We're missing 1 junk item that nobody has caught so far. So get fishing and I will be right back. Please stretch. Take your eyes away from the screen. Have a little bit of a break. And we will be back very shortly with maybe some ESO. I will see you in a bit.
I'm really sorry, this just isn't working anymore.
Really?
Yeah, you'll thank me eventually. You'll be fine, you just need a cup of tea.
What?
Okay, you can fish.
A graze or minor injury, there's tea. There's tea. You took an arrow to the knee, have tea. Oh, tea. Even winners of the Monaco Grand Prix drink tea. Honey drunk by the bourgeoisie, probably. Likely change the course of history. Lovely cup of tea. When Monday leaves you feeling blue and your boss has a rage that you can't subdue, you likely see his point of view if you just sit down and have a brew. If zombies come back from the dead and you're all tucked up inside your bed, put down your guns, use tea instead, then use the cup to smash their heads.
Sarah, can we just talk? Sarah.
Your legs trapped underneath debris, there's tea, there's tea. You feel a burning when you pee, have tea, oh tea. Been sanctioned for insanity, more British than the Jubilee, and even heard it made a blind man see. Lovely cup of tea. It makes you sexy, ripped and brave, brings childhood pets back from the grave, puts curly hair
Hello. Did we get any fishing? Did we get any new pieces of junk in fishing? Also, I don't know what's happened to my hair. It's just like, I feel like ever since my hair was slimed, ever since I got slimed on Saturday Mashup, my hair just like, my natural curl seems to just not want to hang out anymore. Does the Saturday Mashup slime have like a straightening agent in it? I don't know. I haven't washed my hair in a while, but because I'm at a wedding on Friday and I want to wash my hair fresh for the wedding, and because I've got naturally curly hair, I can't wash it too many times in 1 week, so I'm going to try and put it off and then wash it Thursday, since it's nice for Friday. What was I going to say? I feel like I was going to say something. And then I just started rambling about my hair because I got distracted. I don't know what I was going to say. Did you see the link I posted in Discord? Yes, I was going to read that, but there was something... There was something else I was going to say, and then I got distracted. Nope, it's gone. Hey, did you know today's stream is sponsored by Guild Wars 2, Jan Theatre Wilds? It's coming out tomorrow. In 25 hours, 58 minutes and 27 seconds, 26 seconds, 25 seconds, 24 seconds. If you do exclamation Guild Wars 2 in chat, or click the link in my panels. Or if you're on YouTube, you know, I don't think I'm going to post this as a VOD, but like, you go click the thing. You can get the Homesteader title, the Whispering Serpent Pauldron skin, and a box of your choice of Serpent's Wrath weapon skin if you pre-order. You only have 25 hours, 58 minutes, and 3, 2, 1 seconds. 0 seconds, 59 seconds to pre-order to get your pre-order bonuses. My link is not an affiliate link, but it does make me look cool if you click it because it is a tracked link, as are most sponsored links. If anyone's ever sponsored, you click their links. You accept those cookies because otherwise it doesn't count if you don't accept the cookies. And if you do want to support my good friend Dawn Whisper, if you buy the expansion through her link, she does get commission. She didn't tell me to say this. She definitely isn't on the other side of the room holding a knife to my face. Dawn, please! No, I'm just kidding. She's not. She doesn't know I'm even saying this. Imagine if Dawn's here like, I swear it wasn't me! She do sometimes lurk. Whenever I bring up Dawn, I'm like, is she lurking? You never know with that elf, that cheeky elf. Oh, dear me. Crimmy, welcome back. Learn more about home tours, updates to the Infinite Archive, and more with our sneak peek at Update 43. Let's have a look at what actually is in this update that is not out yet. The Update 43 base game patch is set to bring a ton of great features and improvements to all ESO players, completely free of charge. On August 19th, that's today, for PC and Mac, and September 4th for Xbox and PlayStation. Eager to... Okay, this is just... Home tours. One of the year's most anticipated new features for Tamriel's housing enthusiast is home tours, a new entry in the activity finder that shares and showcases listed player homes. Don't worry, it's not thunder, it's hammering. Hammering, sawing, and drilling. I'm having my loft hatch. Extended, and I thought instead of taking another day off stream, we'll just have the chaos, because if we are the realm of Insani-tea. But I forgot to remind you, I forgot to tell you, if you've not seen the update in the Discord, I did warn everyone in the Discord, but my loft hatch is being extended, and here is a what's the word? Translation for those that don't live in the United Kingdom. Same bottle of water and all that. The attic door is being because I had some people earlier like, what is a loft hatch? The attic door is being extended. So basically my old loft hatch was tiny little square. Actually, I should have seen if the square was outside so I could show you the tiny square. But there's a tiny little square, and there was no ladder, there was no hatch. It was literally a piece of wood. You lifted it, put it to the side. It only existed so that the boiler people could get to the water tank upstairs, but the water tank upstairs is currently not doing anything because we got a new boiler. But the loft hatch is being made bigger so that we can actually go up there, and it's got a ladder, and we can put stuff in the loft. And yeah, it's going to make a huge difference because at the moment, we are one of those houses, you know, when people move into a house, whether it's your first house, your second house, your third house, it's our first ever house. You open every cupboard and a bunch of stuff falls out that shouldn't be in there. Except we have an excuse. It's because the loft was not accessible for us. And the only ladder that we had was one that barely reached. So it's not a creepy attic. It's a very nice loft, I think. I've never been up there. Do you get a discount if you advertise the loft people? Like, what like Window-geddon? Oh, we'll give you a discount if you advertise us on your stream. Not falling for that one again. Those double glazing experts, they're another breed. They scare me. I now don't trust any window salesman. That's it. That's done. I did get a full refund, by the way, and everything got cancelled. It's fine. The patch maintenance for the Elder Scrolls Online North American and European PC Mac mega servers has been extended to 12 PM UDT and 16 UTT. 16 UTT. Are we an hour ahead or are we an hour behind in BST? I always forget. Lessons were learnt, yes. Lessons were learnt in the Window-geddon. Long story short, window salespeople came to the door, noticed our windows were old and decrepit, said, hey, would you like some quotes on some new windows? I said, yeah, actually, it's something we're looking at doing in the future. They came in. They sold us windows. They did a very good job selling. They were here for 4 hours. Measuring, chatting, showing us things. Lovely gentleman. Very, very nice. Very, very good at his job. Managed to get us a steal of a deal. But at this point, we hadn't done any quotes anywhere else. He flattered me. He said, hey, you are amazing at your stream and your job. If you advertise us, we'll knock even more money off. And if you put a sign outside, we'll knock even more money off. Look at this amazing deal. I'm going to ring my sales rep and he's going to be really mad at this deal. And then he quoted even lower than what we quoted. And I was like, I like you. And we stupidly signed a contract that day because we're stupid. But then we panicked and realized we definitely don't have that much money. And the financing options they gave us was like 10 years of paying a certain amount every month. And it sounded great until we realized it was over 10 years. And then we panicked. And then we read the terms and conditions and read that they did have a 7-day cooling off period. And I sent that cancellation quicker than you could say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious as a British person. I sent that cancellation real quick and I got a full refund on my deposit, and that taught me a very important lesson. Do not let them in. And I forgot to tell you, a couple of weeks ago, I had another very nice window man knocked on the door and he said, I noticed your windows are old and decrepit. I said, everyone keeps telling me this. Would you like a quote on windows? And I said, respectfully, you're not coming in. Respectfully, I'd rather no one else coming. If you'd like to give me a quote, I'll have your email address and I'll send you pictures and measurements and you can give me a rough quote. But no one is stepping inside this house to quote me things unless I want them to. No more. And he said, I better know what company it was that did that to you. And I said, go on, then guess. And he guessed exactly what company it was. He went, I used to work for them. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, no, they're really good at that. And I was very good at that. But he said, that's why I started up my own business, because I didn't like their business model. And he said, I felt really bad. I was good at it and I was good at Windows, but I felt really bad. And I was like, oh my God. And then he said, I totally understand your distaste for window people, but I promise you there's no pressure from me. I'm not going to pressure you. Here's my number. Here's my email. Send me the pictures. I'll give you a rough quote. I was like, okay, you seem a lot more legit. You seem chill. He didn't fight it. He didn't argue. He just said, fair enough. I worked for them once. My bad. And I never sent him an email and I never sent him a message because I forgot. But they were very nice. And he even said, you know, I said, do you, on his little thing, it said he does windows and roofs and a bunch of other things. And I said, oh, do you do roofs? He does patios. I said, you know what? I'll keep you in mind if I actually do want anything done. But during that week of chaos and panic, I went round getting quotes from a bunch of other window places. And I've learned a lesson. If they tell you they cannot quote you unless they come in your house, they're lying. They can give you a rough quote based on a picture and measurements. I know because everyone that I emailed after that, I said, look, I don't have time for people to come around. We just need a rough idea. Can you give us a really rough quote? And yes, it won't be an exact quote, but it'll be rough enough that you understand what you're going to be paying. Every single one of them sent us a quote through email. Don't listen to people that are like, oh, we are window people. We have to come and look at the windows. A window is a window. It's not like my loft hatch is a bit of a different situation. You know, you got to see how big it is in real life and look at the jousts in the loft and all that. Getting a quote on that. Yes, we had to have people come look at it. But windows, don't ever listen to a double glazing salesman. They are scary and they are trained to kill you with kindness. Logan, hello, how are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello. Good morning from across the pond, Her Majesty, Insanity Queen, the only Aldermanian queen that has my respect. Heck yeah. You can see windows from the outside. I know. And you know what's really funny? The way that they measured them, they could absolutely have done it from outside as well, because they just put their hand at top and put the laser down the bottom and do a laser. The great thing about windows is that you can see them from the outside. Yeah! And then we found out that Badgers has a window man in the family. Like a very close family friend that is a window expert. And we were like, this is why you look around and you ask for quotes and you ask to know if anyone knows anyone before you accept a 10-year contract for a very expensive multi-thousand-pound endeavour. Lesson learned. And that's why with the loft hatch, I went, Angry Dad, do you know someone that would do a loft hatch? And he was like, I know just the persons. Was free tea involved? For what? Oh, well, no. See, if those window people had offered a year's supply of Yorkshire tea, I wouldn't have cancelled it, you see. I wouldn't have cancelled it. Oh, pardon me. Little bit of a burpee. A very close family friend. No, it's a very close family friend of Badger's who like was in a club with his parents or something. I don't know. But they seem very nice, and we sent them pictures and measurements of the windows, and they're gonna like tell us what we should do. Whether we should do cloudy to clear or replace. I think the front windows are due replacing, to be honest. That's that. I feel like windows and doors are like the next things that we need to get done after the garden, loft hatch garden doors. Doors are like desperate. Because I can't really have anyone sleep over. Not that there's anywhere to sleep over. They'd have to airbed in the office. Or downstairs in the living room. But you can't lock the bathroom door when you're in the shower, and that's just really embarrassing to me. I don't want to invite people around to stay and they just can't. Doors are actually, you know, I feel like Ophi made this happen through karma, through Roads Less Travelled. Like, she made us haunted with doors. Does your garden look like a scene from Fallout 76? Right now, yeah. It's going to look even more so when I get the Kanga gun. And I'll start going... Time to get back to lurk while I work. Have fun streaming. Smoke bomb boob. Logan, thank you so much for checking in. I really, really appreciate it. We'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. Also, I've decided recently I really like the name Logan. And it may or may not be because of Deadpool and Wolverine, but the name Logan is a really cool name. I like the name Logan. It's a good name. What does it sound like? It's gonna be me in the garden with a Kanga gun. Because I'm totally gonna be trusted with it, and it's definitely not gonna be everyone using it except me. I've got to use it at least once for the hashtag content for AFK. If you didn't know, I've made a new Instagram and TikTok account called AFK. It's me in sort of human polymorph, doing DIY gardening and face makeup stuff. So if you like my gaming stuff, you can carry on following me here. But if you want a little bit behind the scenes, Kay, you can follow over there. But Kay, your poor joints are some heavy vibrations. I'm sure it will be okay for a couple of minutes. It might make me ache the next day. Oh, right. So, you may or may not know that when Badgers and I moved in, we acquired his old bachelor mattress. So the old single Badgers mattress that he's had for years and years and years, we got that because we had to have Badger's bed because mine was a double, his was a king, and he's a tall boy, okay? And we were gonna get a mattress from his sister who bought a new mattress but didn't need it, and we were gonna inherit this mattress, but then they had a roof leak and it leaked all over the mattress, and when it made it moldy, so they had to throw it away because it was like bad mold. So we didn't get the new mattress, and we got Badger's old springy decrepit mattress. Yesterday, when we were out and about buying Badger's a shirt for the wedding on Friday, no stream on Friday, by the way, heads up. We walked past Dreams. Dreams is like one of the places in the UK. It's all over the UK. They sell mattresses and beds. I don't know if you have them where you are, but in the UK, it's like the place that you go for beds. If you are rich. And we were just curious. We were like, what are new mattresses like these days? Because I know Angry Dad got a really nice mattress through you lot, through his GoFundMe. Thank you again to everyone that contributed to that. There's a picture of Angry Dad on the mattress wearing my turtle onesie. If you'd like to see it, if you do exclamation mark GoFundMe in the chat. GoFundMe is still open, by the way. But he treated himself to a new mattress when going through chemotherapy. But they have this machine now, and if you go into Dreams... If you go into Dreams, they lay you on this bed and you look up and there's a screen and you have to put in like your name and do you have any aches and pains? How old are you? Do you have a sleep partner? And me and Badger's laid on this bed together, and it has hilariously, we noticed the camera that scans you was a Kinect, an Xbox Kinect. And it scans you. And then the bed moves and like it tenses and goes like medium firmness. It tests your shoulders and then your back and then your hips. It kind of feels nice. It's like a massage. So you're laying there and it tests everything. And it tells you what the perfect mattress is for you, right? And I thought, oh, this is a load of rubbish. But then the guy was like, this is how it knows what you like, okay? Go on this mattress. This is a mattress that is not recommended for you. And I laid on it and I was like, this is horrible. And then he said, this is a mattress that was recommended for you. And I laid on it and I fell in love. I didn't know that sleep could be so comfortable. I've never had one of these new foam mattresses that's like foam springs and then a layer of foam and then the cooling gel and like the memory foam, like the fancy mattresses. I'm not going to say any specific brands because, you know, if I'm ever reached out to, you know, I want to keep my options open at the moment. But wow. When I tell you, it opened up my, wow. Wow. I didn't know that mattresses could be like that. Badgers and I both laid on it and let out an audible sigh of just, oh, it was so nice. So I'm now desperately trying to convince myself that we don't need a new mattress yet, and we need to do doors and everything first, then mattress. But I know that I definitely want one with the cooling gel, and I want one with like the memory foam topper. Oh, it was just, you know, when you like And fun fact, I always thought that I would like medium or soft firmness, but I actually preferred the firm with the memory foam topper. Like, I liked that you sunk, but you didn't feel like you were sinking into another dimension. And I didn't think I would like firm, but I did. So yeah, I do. We definitely, Badgers and I. So the reason why we decided to look at mattresses was because we know that we need a new mattress. We said that when we moved in, right? But we noticed a massive difference when we stayed at Badger's sister's house. So we stayed at Badger's sister's house on Thursday night and Friday night. We came home on Saturday to Angry Dad's barbecue. But we stayed at his sister's house, and she has a new mattress on that bed. And we both had a really good night's sleep. Like a really good night's sleep. And Badgers mentioned, he went, okay, now I see why you keep complaining about my mattress, because this mattress is so comfortable. And I was like, I know. And then we both came home, and that first night coming home, we had the worst night's sleep. I think because our bodies could tell this is not nice now. And I was like waking up every 5 minutes. It was awful. And I think now that we're more conscious now of what we could have, it's made it worse. So new mattress is desperately needed now. Noodles are important, but a good night's sleep is always good. Oh yeah, it is important, but also people being able to lock the door when they come around is pretty important as well. So yeah, need a new mattress. How much is the new mattress? The one that we fell in love with was £1,800 on sale. Not going to be getting that anytime soon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These ones that are like spring foam cooling gel, they have everything. They're a lot of money because of the amount of work that goes into manufacturing them. But oh my gosh, I really want one. I really, really, really want one. You've got to remember as well, Badgers has a king. So usually when you're looking at prices for mattress, you're looking at single or double. At least I always have. I've never had a king bed. But because Badgers has got a king, it's like a lot bigger. And also it has everything. It has like the foam springs, the foam, the memory foam, and then the cooling gel. The cooling gel alone, I think, adds like £400 on top because of the technology that's in it or something. But yeah, I want one so bad. Yeah, this is why I didn't impulse buy it. And this is why you're all like, hey, you should have treated yourself. I can't. Not with that. So we're going to shoot it or shot it to a few, I think. See what happens. There's one in particular that I really want, which is not the mattress that I fell in love with, but it's one that's got really, really, really good reviews, and I've heard really good things about it, but it's apparently the same, similar to the one that we fell in love with in the shop. What does that mean? In Germany, it goes up by sizes, starting with... So, in the UK, it goes single, double, king... and then super king, and then I think queen, but not many people have queen, and they stopped calling it queen and they now call it super king for whatever reason. I don't know what was wrong with saying single, double, king, queen. Now it's single, double, king, super king. It's a bit weird. I don't really get that, but hey. Why not buy a door bolt for your bathroom? If it was that simple, Weapons Grade, don't you think I would have done that? Please tell me how I'm supposed to put a bolt on a door that will not physically close because there was a water leak in this house in the roof a few years ago, and I guess every single door in the house completely bowed except a toilet. So none of them shut because they're shaped like a banana. None of them shut because they're all like bananas. And everyone I know that is a master at DIY has come here and said, oh, it can't be that bad. You probably just need to sand off the bottom or realign the hinges. And they come here and they look at the doors and they go, how the heck has this happened? That is not right. I've never seen a door like it. And I know. But I don't know if it's because of the water leak or because of a bad paint job. I have no idea. But they all look like... They all look like bananas. Loop on door. Right, listen. I'm not going to put a lock on a door that doesn't shut. Because what is the point of putting a lock on a door that doesn't shut? You could still see through it. There is no point. It's buying a new door then. Do I talk a different language? It's almost as if I'm 30 years old and know what I'm doing sometimes. Chat, may I remind you, I'm 30 years old. I may have only just bought my first house, but I have been an adult for over a decade. Don't ever let me say that again. That was disgusting. Oh. I'm never saying that again. Oh, that was horrible. I'm old. Ew. A lock will not magically unbow a slab wood, no. What do you think about the balance changes in this pack? I have no idea what they are, and I haven't been keeping up with it, and I've been too busy gardening. Sorry, I know I'm usually the go-to for the discussions of what's coming up in the next update. I know. I'm going to be reading the patch notes when they come out. Don't worry, it'll be 2 decades soon. Not that soon. Not that soon. Jeez. I'm reading them now. I think it buffed by Necromancer Healer, I think. Oh. I'm not completely paying attention. I'm sorry. Well, listen. I know what I'm talking about sometimes. I don't need to be told to put a bolt on a door to lock it. I think it doesn't matter how... Like, listen, please. That's like saying, Kay, don't forget to breathe. I know. 8 years blinking your... Shut up. Leave me alone. Bullies. Bullies! I love hearing people so many years younger than me complain about being old. Listen, just because you're older doesn't mean that you didn't have... did you or did you not have a crisis about your age at my age? When I hear teenagers going, oh my gosh, I'm getting older, do I sit here saying, oh my god, I'm older than you, I can't believe you're acting like this? No, I don't. Because we have... crises about our ages at every single age. Just because you're older doesn't mean people can't complain. Okay? It's like, just because your problems are not as bad as someone else's doesn't mean you can't complain. You can complain. Let people complain. Let people have nice things. And having a good whinge is a nice thing. It makes you feel better, all right? So stop it, you lot. Stop it. All right? You just stop it. Speaking of old, I haven't seen old man Sunny today. That's a good point. Sunny, what's going on? Very silent. Where is old fart Sunny? I love how I mention old grumpy people and everyone's like, oh yeah, where's Sunny? That is so funny. I didn't even say it that time. It wasn't even me. Stubbertson, you can vouch for me here. I didn't even mention Sunny this time. That was all chat. That was all chat. It weren't me. Okay? Wasn't me. Look, listen, Stubbertson's not usually a get off my lawn type, but they've obviously been having to moderate Sunny puns for too long and it's rubbing off on them. Now Stubbertson's like, get off my lawn! But they are old and grumpy Sunny. Exactly. No, but it's okay to worry about age. But at the same time, I will give you a little snippet of reason. Growing old is a luxury. Growing old is a blessing. And growing old is something that not many, you know, there's a lot of people out there that will never get to experience it. So getting older is something you should be thankful for, because you have had the opportunity to survive, you've had the opportunity to live, and maybe today feels like a day that isn't good, and you're like, well, why would I want to survive when life is this way? But I promise you things get better. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day. I'm not going to lie to you and say that things are going to get better tomorrow. It might not. But things will improve and things will be better. And it's always worth growing older, if you can. Because there's people that wish they could. It is a privilege. Getting older is a privilege. And also, I joke about being old because I get stressed about how much time has passed. Because I feel like you turn 20 and then that first 10 years just goes. I still in my head am 20 years old. I still in my head am just fresh out of school. But I'm not. I've been out of school for a long time now. I didn't go to uni, so it's crazy thinking about it. So when I'm panicking about, oh my gosh, I'm old, it's not, oh god, I'm wrinkly and old and I'm decrepit, because 30 is not old. 30 is like the new 20s. People are living longer. Technology is making people live longer. Science is making people live longer. 30s, I feel like, is the new 20s, because it's when you start to get everything together. It's when you start to actually figure out what you want in life. 20s is just messy. My 20s were a mess. They were messy. I feel like the minute I turned 30, I just had like a part of my brain suddenly just open up, and I learned a lot, and it's crazy. So yeah, when I say, oh gosh, I'm old, it's more of a panic of, oh wow, time is moving so fast, more than, oh, I'm actually old, you know? And I feel like a lot of people that are my age are the same. When we say, oh, I'm old, it's not, oh my gosh, I'm actually, you know, I'm about to be in my grave. It's more, oh wow, time is moving so fast. And I feel like it's a bit of frustration as well, because like I said, from 20 to 30 is just a mess. You're figuring out who you are, what you want to do. Everything's confusing and new and exciting, and you don't know what you're doing. You don't really have enough money to do the things that you want to do. And then you get to 30 and suddenly things are clarified. You have a little bit of savings to do what you want to do. You feel like you're finally starting to live, and yet people are saying, like, the younger people think 30 is old. So at the same time, you're being told you're old. So you feel like life has just begun. But the people younger than you think you're old now. It's a weird age. I feel like 30... Do you know how many... and also, do you know how many people said, aren't you a bit old for that, when I went on CBBC? Multiple people said, oh, I thought they'd want a younger presenter. Sorry, since when was 30 too old to be a children's TV presenter or guest? No one complains when Morgan Freeman reads books for children. And he's like super old. No offense, Morgan Freeman. We all love you. Yeah. Yeah, multiple people said, I'm surprised that you got on Saturday Mashup because you're old now. Pretty much. Not those words, but they said that. So I get where people are coming from and stuff. So I feel like I did... If you're having a bit of a sad day, my sass probably came off wrong. I didn't mean it to be targeted at you if you're feeling like I was mean to you, I promise. But it's a sensitive topic for me a little bit at the moment, because I'm like, hold on a minute. Yes, a lot of people are older than me, but I'm at this weird age where time is moving fast and people are like, I'm not allowed to say I'm old, but I'm not allowed to say I'm young. And it's so frustrating. I say, oh, I'm so young and I've got so much time ahead of me. No, you're not. You're 30. You need to start thinking about having children and doing your house nice and doing this and doing that. You should be more mature. Oh, I feel so old. Like, I can't believe this was 10 years ago. You can't say you're old because I'm older and you can't do this and you can't do that. What It's a weird age. 30 is a weird age because you're not allowed to say you're young. You're not allowed to say you're old. But 30 is not middle age either. Because you're not allowed to say, oh, I'm going for a midlife crisis or I'm middle-aged, because you're not middle-aged. So it's like, I can't talk. I can't say anything. And it's so frustrating. And yet, like, on one side, they're like, oh, you're young. You've still got all your life, your career ahead of you. But also, you're too old to do this and you're too old to do that. And it's like, what? I don't understand life. this doesn't make any sense. And I know that every age probably has frustrations, right? But I feel like 30's a really frustrating age. Because you can't say, oh, I'm young or I'm old. You just have to say, I'm 30. I'm 30. Quote K, where's old man Sonny? Getting old is a privilege. Granny K, old's word is streamer at 80+. I'd love to be a granny streamer one day. Do you know how special it is to become old, like old, like wrinkly old? There's a lot of people on this planet that don't get there. They don't get to say I'm old and actually mean it. Yeah, yesterday I was 22 and now I'm 36. Yeah, like where does that time go? Why does it feel like the minute you hit your 20s, just life is on fast forward? It's mad. The 20s are often when you try and find out your adult life. Yeah, and it's messy because it's like you're a young adult and you've got all these new freedoms. You are perfect for a children's show host. Silly, goofy, but also very kind. That's what most people say, but there was the odd few that were like, aren't you a bit old? I was like, no. Morgan Freeman is not old. He's young for a deity. Yeah, he is a god at this point, yeah. I'll say less. Never say less, Stubberson. We love you. Or at least you hope you're not yet middle-aged. Well, yeah, I guess there's no such thing as middle-aged because everybody's middle age is different. But with my family history, starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder if I will be an 80-year-old gaming granny. And that's why I'm no longer feeling bad about, like I say, I know I joke about, oh, I'm so old and I panic about it. But deep down, I'm just thankful I got here. And every year I get after this is honestly a blessing. Because, yeah, I've had some very hard realizations about mortality over the past 2 years. Yeah. With age comes experience, so you're old enough to know better, but young enough to do it anyway. True, true. But you live your life your way, forget what anyone else thinks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I say, like, oh, it's really annoying being judged for saying this, that, and the other, but at the end of the day, I try not to worry too much. And again, there's, like, you know, the past few years have been some not-so-fun things, and it's really taught me that life is too short to worry about getting a wrinkle or getting this, that, you know, life is unpredictable. You could walk out in the street tomorrow and a bus could hit you. Just, like, you could get ecocide. It's, like, you live every day, like, don't constantly worry about death and things, because I know there's a lot of people that struggle with that. But also really appreciate every day that you get. And like I said earlier, just because today is not a good day and you feel like, what's the point in being alive? This day is a bad day. Tomorrow could be better. It might not be. I'm not going to promise you that it is. I'm really sorry I can't tell you when things are going to get better, but I can tell you that they will. They will get better. And I promise you it's worth living through this pain to get to those days. Because we've all been there. And I know especially for me, the past 3 years have been some of my worst. Absolute worst. There's things that have happened in these 3 years that were literally my worst ever nightmare. And when I actually sit and think about them, it crushes me. But my trick is that I don't think about them. I just distract myself. That's been my secret for the past 3 years, is just don't think about things. But when I actually think about them, it's actually soul-crushing. And there were days where I just thought, what is the point? Why am I bothering? But I pushed through, and I distracted myself, and I kept myself busy, and I focused on the good things, and I focused on what, you know, life is bringing that is positive, and I focused on the good that can come in the future. Just because today is a terrible day doesn't mean that every day will be. My grandparents lived to old. My parents' generation, I don't expect to live as old. And my generation, I don't know if we'll make our parents' age since our health has been getting worse generation to generation. It's weird, isn't it? It's almost like everyone's age expectancy went up and up and up and up and up. And now it's kind of going down. But I think it's because our quality of life is just lessening. We're sitting at computers all day, which is what I'm doing now. So, you know, pot, kettle black and all that. But, yeah, it's just like, it's hard because our food, our diets are bad, our exercise is bad. So it makes sense that our age expectancy is going down again instead of up. Like, people are still living way, like, later than they were back in the day. Back in the olden times, it was like life expectancy, like, if you got to 20, you were lucky kind of thing. So, yeah, it's crazy. But I got to meet my great-great-grandparents. Or at least one of them. So that was crazy cool. There's not many people in this world that get to meet their great-great-grandparents. And I met every single one of my great-grandparents except one, who unfortunately passed away before I was born. But I'm named after them in my middle name because they knew that they would have loved me, which is really sad, actually. Butterfly squirrel! I feel younger people become more not empathetically. I like there was a concert of a Disney show in my country and I treated myself to a good seat in the 5th row and there were mothers and there were preteen children looking strange at me like, you stole the seat for a child. Yeah, I feel like we're just embracing our childlike minds side a little bit. You did the right thing, Kay. What did I do? But the average lifespan is still rising. But yes, food and exercise is still important to keep that going up. Yeah, I feel like it's like flattened, but is maybe going down. I think I heard that if a woman made it out of a childbearing age, they often made it to uber old. Yeah, back in the day. But most didn't make it out of childbearing age. And, well, yeah. Yeah. While we have the best medical stuff available, we also have bad air quality in some places and a lot of stress. Yep. Medical side of things has improved a lot, but quality of things is going down. Like, things are being made cheaper with more chemicals because of science, and they're being made easier. And then, you know, how many times do you open something and in the fine print it's like, may cause all these problems? Kat, you've done amazing. I'm so glad you followed your dreams. Love you, girl. Hi, Abby. Hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Sorry, I was in a ramble. I know today's conversation has gone quite serious from what was a little bit of a muckabout, a little bit of a joke. But I do feel like everyone at the moment is in a bit of a, I don't know. It's like summer is supposed to be when we're supposed to be really happy and silly, goofy, fun, you know, vitamin D for days. But I don't know what it is. I feel like, well, I know what it is. The world is not a nice place right now. There's a lot of bad things going on in this world. And I really think that it's making a big impact on our brains. So I think talking about today is not a good day, but tomorrow is going to be better is a really good thing. And, you know, making people feel privileged for getting older is a good thing. And I feel like this is all a very important topic to dwell on. And I know I've gone off on a tangent here. And I'd like to remind everyone that just because I've gone on a tangent doesn't mean I'm focusing on one thing that came from one person. My brain goes ding, 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 all different places. It's not like aimed at anyone or anything like that. So please don't ever think that, because I feel like that's happened loads of times where I've gone on a tangent and then someone's come back and they've gone, you're still talking about me? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I promise. I've literally gone away from this conversation. But it's been hard. The past few years, there's been a lot going on for everyone, and I just feel like I know more people that are going through a depressive episode than people that aren't. So just know that you're not alone in this. There's a lot of people out there that are sad right now, and it will get better. I don't know when. I can't tell you it's going to be tomorrow. I wish I could, but it will eventually get better. And I know that you wish you could know when, and I know that you feel like it never will. But, you know, there's always day after dark. The sun always comes back up. So, a good day will come up again. It will. We can all promise that. Stress is one of the greatest threats in modern times. We just need to chill a bit more. Yes. I started taking medication for my depression, but one of the side effects is insomnia, which is really taking a toll on my body. Yeah, it's hard. You know, you try and fix things and you do something differently, but yeah. But the world is still here and it's still beautiful. Yes, there are things that are bad and terrible, but we'll make it through this and we're still making big progress too. Yeah. Although there's a lot of bad going on in the world, there's a lot of good as well. And the good doesn't get spoken about as much. And it's kind of like the creator community. How often do you hear in the news, creator or Twitch or YouTube wise, how often do you hear a story about a creator that's done good? Compare that to how often you hear about drama, people doing silly things, people breaking laws, creators getting banned. The news is the same. The news is exactly the same. How often do you hear about people doing good in the news versus how often do you hear about murders and stabbings and wars and all these things? Unfortunately, it's the negative things that get the views. It's the negative things that get the people thinking. It's the negative things that get the biggest reaction. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. I'm hoping that one day we'll change that and we'll try and spread good. And I feel like there's a large amount of people that on TikTok and YouTube are trying to spread good. There's a lady that I watch on TikTok that shares a good news article every day. Like a positive news article every single day. And she said it's hard some days finding it, but she finds the news. And I love her content because isn't that lovely? And we were going to do that on stream. We were going to do like the kayPOW news where we share a positive story every stream. And I still kind of want to do that because I think as like humanity and creatures like Khajiits, we need to make more of an effort to show these big corporations or big creators that we want good things and we hype up the good things as much. So if you want to help the positive movement, like things that are good, share your friends' posts that they're proud of, share good things, hype up good things, hype up wholesome creators. And I will say that we don't want things to go the opposite way where everything is toxic positivity and nobody ever talks about the bad stuff, but we need more of a balance. Because right now I feel like if you open any social media, all you see is hatred, drama, and people getting views because of it, because it's entertaining. It gets the views, so people keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And I notice it more than anything because I see myself as a wholesome, chaotic creator. Like, I'm wholesome, but I'm chaos. But I would never hurt someone. And I feel like I definitely don't grow as fast as other people that are, put it lightly, a bit toxic. And that's not me being salty. That's not me being jealous. That's an observation. And it's a choice that I have made. I have made the choice to stay true to myself and not go toxic. Do you know how many people have come to me and said, Kay, if you get rid of the PG and you just swear a couple of times and you cause some drama, you'll pop off. You'll be such a bigger creator. And I've just turned around and said, that wouldn't be me though. That would be effectively selling my soul. But professional people in the industry have told me that because I'm wholesome, because I'm positive, because I'm PG, it's damaging my growth. And that's come from the top people. That's a conscious decision that I've made. Am I saying that it's this decision everyone should do? No. Am I saying that I'm better than everyone else? No. There is a place for everything. But it is exhausting being in a community that is so driven by hatred and drama. Because I feel like I'm nothing in that light of things. And it really feels like I'm doomed to fail because I don't want to be nasty to people. And that's really hard as a people pleaser, because part of me, I want to people please. So part of me is like, yeah, if I get rid of the PG and I turn toxic, people will enjoy it more and I'll please more people. But then I'm not sticking with what I believe in. And I know I've gone on another tangent. But again, it's an important tangent. And we will move on from this because I know this is a lot of heavy subjects. But yeah. I never hear about either of them because I don't watch the news. Same. I don't watch the news, but I obviously am on social media and things. And you can't escape it. Honestly, I want a Good Times newspaper like The Family Found Their Cat Again or Granny Smith won a National Pie Contest. Right? But that won't happen if we don't hype up those posts. If you put a positive post next to a negative post, the negative post will always have more engagement because people reply and disagree. The positive post, people will just like it and scroll away. They won't comment. Take the time to hype up things that are positive, and you will be the change in the world. You may be just one person, but you are multiple one persons. If you band together and you hype up things that are positive, you can make a change. You can change the direction that the world is going in. But only if we do it together, because just one person doing it's going to do nothing, but multiple people doing it, that will be the change. It's like charity. If one person donates £1, that's not really going to do a lot. But if 100 of you donate £1, that's £100. I post food and charity work, so I have to absorb other content on social media to keep up with what's going on because that's my job. So I wish I could just not look online and look at socials, because that probably would be a much happier life, because the world is on fire, like literally on fire, like actual physically on fire. There's there's wildfires everywhere, and there's a horrible fire in Turkey right now. Exactly that. Show that we aren't just obsessed about all the bad things. There is so much more to the world than that. Exactly. Thank you very much for all the follows on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, by the way. I really appreciate it. My Instagram is just pictures of cats. I wish that I could do that. You are... Honestly, please cherish that you don't have to look at the horrible things if you don't have to, because you are very lucky. I found a channel to follow about Good News Daily. It makes me smile. Sometimes I want to argue with silly posts on the internet, and sometimes I look at pictures of cats. So I have different social medias for those things. Let me tell you something, Northern Team. If you are arguing with silly people on the internet, you are boosting their content. They won't listen to you. Most of the time. Those people are there to get engagement. And if it's on Twitter, they are making money off of your time and energy, because they get commission based on how many adverts are in their replies. If you keep arguing with people that are going out their way to be toxic, you are feeding them. Literally. They're buying their food with your time and energy that you've given them. Honestly, if you disagree with something on the internet, unless it's a political situation where it's actually going to make a change, sometimes ignoring and scrolling away is the better thing. And also, top tip for anything like Instagram, Twitter, if you see something that you seriously disagree with and you want to make a point of calling it out, do not retweet, quote, post to story. Screenshot it, scribble out their name, and then discuss it. You're not going to give them any energy. You're not going to give them any money. You're not going to give them any attention. And they're going to be angry because you're getting energy and time and money from their post without them getting a single recognition. If you ever see me doing that, you'll see that I quote things or I screenshot things or I talk about it without quoting it. Never share a post that you disagree with, because you are making that popular. I think this is one thing a lot of people realize. They go, oh, why is there not more positive things in the news? Because you're too busy giving engagement to people that are negative. You arguing with these people, you boosting these people is what's feeding them. They get the attention, they do it again. Someone sees that get attention, they copy it. This is why Twitter is becoming a toxic hell pit, okay? It is because people are feeding the negativity. They quote tweet, they argue, they reply. You can disagree with something without giving engagement to people that don't deserve it. You can make a point without advertising. If you watch, for example, Philip DeFranco, and if you've not watched Philip DeFranco in a few years, he once did have a little bit of a controversy, I think. I didn't watch him back then, I watch him now, but he's often very apologetic about it, and I can't fault him how he is now. But he specifically, if there is like a murder or something in the news, he will specifically cut their name out because he doesn't want to give them the attention they're seeking. These people do it because they want a reaction. They want someone to see it. They want to be famous. They want this. He doesn't say names because he doesn't want to give them attention. He knows that he has a lot of people watching his content. So he tells the story and makes money off the story and gets the story out there without advertising this person. So you've got to look at Twitter the same. I know it's not as extreme as a murderer, but Billy Bob Joe being a racist on Twitter, if you quote tweet that, you're giving them the attention they're after. You're making... most of the time, they're not going to look at the replies and say, oh, I've got 20 replies that are disagreeing with me. I better change my ways. They're going to go, wow, I've got 20 people commenting on this post. I'm going to keep saying this because clearly it's getting attention and it's making people like what I'm doing. Think before you post. Stop giving people attention that don't deserve it. If you disagree with something, you can do it in a tactful way. We live in an age where if you like and comment on something, you are engaging with that post, and engagement is what people care about. Engagement is what gets the money. So I've got on TikTok, I'm supposed to be making money on TikTok, but I don't currently make money on TikTok because a lot of people watch my videos but don't really comment and like. Engagement is what gets the money, is what gets the ad revenue. If you don't engage, you're going to be taking money away from them. I hope we've learned some lessons today. I'm going to be right back. I'm not going to go on a back break. I'm just going to quickly get my water bottle because I forgot to get it on my break. So I'll be 1 second. I'll mute my mic, but I'll be back. You can fish briefly. I got my water bottle, so I'm gonna hydrate now. I saw a post on Twix social media tainted us and made us believe that having 12 Twitch viewers is laughable. Take that to IRL, who has 12 friends who spend a few hours every week, maybe even every day, just to have fun. So, fun fact, did you know, I can't remember the exact percentage, but I think it was like something like 2% of the whole of Twitch are affiliated. So that makes anyone with 3 or more viewers incredibly successful on Twitch. And I think I remember seeing somewhere that if you're partnered, you're in the top like 0.5% or something. Like, when you put into context that, it's amazing. But once again, everybody's watching the big creators. Nobody looks at the whole of Twitch and goes, oh, look, there's 100 people streaming to 0 viewers. We as people no longer look at the bigger picture. We look at exactly what is in front of us and we take it for fact. How many times do people take fake news as fact and don't do their own research? I follow Dory from Finding Nemo's advice when I see negative things on social media. Just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Oh, exactly. It's important to call things out, but you can do that in a way that doesn't engage with that person. For example, obviously racism, homophobia, anything like that is not acceptable and not okay. We can say that without quote tweeting someone and giving them attention. And you can silently report someone to a social media platform without posting anything publicly. Reporting someone does a lot more than just calling someone out. I promise you. I feel like we might as well play something else at this point, but what that something else is, I don't know. But this waiting room has been going on for a long time. I reckon the ESO update is probably going to come out the exact same time the Guild Wars update comes out. That's going to be awkward. Like it gets K-banned for peeing, thanks TikTok. I know, I go on a break, I get in trouble. I would play Once Human, but Badgers is not home yet. If Badgers was home, I would absolutely play Once Human. Because that was super fun. Oh, it has a patch up, actually, Once Human. Helldivers has an update? That was a crazy hype thing. I feel like Helldivers was, like, top of everybody's brain for a month, and then it just fell off the face of the earth. What happened to Helldivers? Even I was gifted Helldivers by my friends and played with them, and I was like, this is fun! And then we just don't talk about it anymore. What's that about? That was a fleeting moment, wasn't it? Pardon me. Enjoy your dinner, Nevjin. And we are going to move on to more positive subjects, my darlings. Don't you worry about that. I feel like we've had quite enough serious talk today. Also, if you haven't already checked out the link, if you do ! Guild Wars 2, or sorry, ! GW2, you'll get a link to buy the new patch, the new update, Janthea Wilds, is coming out tomorrow. And if you do that, you'll get the Homesteader title, Whispering Serpent's Pauldron skin, and a box with your choice of Serpent's Wrath weapon skin. You have 24 hours, 59 minutes, and 7, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds to do so. So do it before it's too late. If you use my link to look it up, I look cool because it's a track link. But if you'd like to support one of my fellow creators, Dawn Whisper, the beautiful elf that is Dawn Whisper, she is affiliated with ArenaNet, so she actually makes commission if you buy it through her link. So click my link to make me look cool, but please buy it through my friend's link because she is affiliated with Guild Wars 2. So I wish I was. I did apply for partner, but I never got a reply, so I'm guessing I'm not cool enough. I probably don't play it enough, to be fair. Although I do every now and then, but Helldivers trying to balance the game too much, ended up taking the fun out the game, slowly trying to recover. Oh, is it? I know as well that everyone got mad about the PlayStation update, but they fixed that pretty quick, didn't they? They, like, walked it back. But yeah, I feel like ESO is not going to come up anytime soon. And I know they gave us a rough time that the servers were going to be up again, but that's a rough time. So who knows when it could be. I mean, it's saying 4 o'clock and it's 4 now, so... Also, who said that we're 4 hours from UTC? We're only an hour out. I was right. You were wrong. Let's see if they're going to post another update. Thank you for the likes on TikTok, by the way. Straz!
Take it.
Thank you very, very much for the resubscription. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Welcome, Mandel. Welcome back to the Offshore Tea Suppliers. Enjoy your chat badge, your emotes, the ability to change, pardon me, change your room lights, and the ability to sound commands. All the commands available to you are underneath exclamation mark commands. Enjoy. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you. You're all very, very cutie patootie sausages. I really don't know what I'm going to play instead, though. Like I said, if I think Badgers finishes work at 4, so he'll be back in an hour. I would play Once Human, but I kind of want to play it with Badgers. But then I bet, I don't know. I feel like Badgers would never be mad if I played a game without him. And if I logged in and like made our house look really nice, and he'd be like, "Wow, thank you for making the house look nice," and then I'd be like, "Yeah, but I played it without." But then he went ahead in the story without me. Do you know what I'm really wanting to play is Smite 2. But I can't do that on stream, and I don't know if there's a test open right now, and I haven't even downloaded it, so it probably wouldn't be possible anyway. I'm about to snozzle. Also, I saw on Twitter today that 2 Point Museum is a thing? Where did that happen? Why did that happen? When? What? Why didn't I hear about this? Excuse me? Is Swarm still a thing? We could do some TFT, actually. I did really enjoy that TFT the other day. That being said, the Battle Pass is really cool, but there's just not a lot of cool... The Battle Pass is cool, but, like, not enough to, like, make me want to just play that and nothing else. Love how I mentioned possibly playing a different game, and everyone was like, right, I'm out now, because clearly we've been playing the game today. Right, that's it, the stream's about to completely change, because Kay's about to play a different game. Look, don't understand, people. I could play Guild Wars 2, but we're going to play Guild Wars 2 tomorrow. We're going to play... Also, I haven't updated it. It needs an update. So I shall, we shall play Guild Wars 2 tomorrow. I recently logged in and sorted out all my bags, so we shouldn't have to do that tomorrow, luckily. Luckily. Bam, bam, bam. I'm guessing ESO have extended the maintenance again because they said that the servers were going to be up at 4 and it's 6 minutes past 4. So I would imagine it's been extended again. The servers are still down. That's okay. Do I want to play Tufter? Or do I... Oh, wait! Is Lulu out yet? Is Lulu out yet? Or did I miss Lulu? Because I know Cafe Cutie's Lulu is coming to TFT. Well, she's already a champ that you can play as, but she's like gonna be like a Do I want to do Swarm? I think it's still an hour. It said noon Eastern and that's still an hour away. On the tweet, it says 1600 UTC, and I put 16 UTC to BST, which is 1700, which is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, wait, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5. I can maths! I'm really good at math. Okay? Shut up! I know how to tell the time. Shut up. I'm really good at telling the time. Oh, they're continuing the Wizard's Vault system in Guild Wars 2, so you should be able to still work towards the capture. Yes! I also need to double check, but I'm pretty sure with this one, I'm not forced to start the new Janthir Wilds. I think it said that I can just talk about Janthir Wilds and actually continue where I am in the story. Because the feedback that I gave last time is that it was really confusing for people. And there was less people that were watching the stream because they didn't want spoilers. So Uh... Yeah, so all we really have to do is showcase Spears, which is the new thingamajiggy. Highlight Homesteads, which is great. Talk about the, obviously, Guild Wars 2 not being very grindy, which I admit it is not, because how often do I have breaks from it? Continuing with a successful expansion model. Yeah, so this is continuing of Secrets of the Obscure. Reference the Wizard Vault daily reward system removes the fear of missing out, as cosmetic rewards are always available even when new seasonal items. So yeah, it doesn't say that I have to play Janthir Wilds, which I really like, because I just want to showcase the stuff that is... I want to showcase the stuff that is not story-based, because number one, I don't want to spoil things for anyone. And number two, I'm not that far ahead in the story, and I feel like it was a massive spoiler. So I really feel like they've taken that feedback on board, because last time I was kind of forced to do Secrets of the Obscure story, and it was really confusing, because I met characters that I hadn't met naturally yet, and I was like, who is this person? What is going on? I don't even know what's happening anymore. It was really confusing. Yes, I did read about the Elder Scrolls Castle. People keep saying it looks like Fallout Shelter, but every single video I've seen, I don't get what people are saying. I'm confused. It looks different to me, but I guess I'm also... I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Fallout Shelter recently because I've been traveling, and Fallout Shelter is one of the very rare games that does not require an internet connection. It requires an internet connection if you want to carry over your beans on toast, you know? If you want to carry over a cloud save, but yeah. Do I want to play Swarm or do I want to play TFT? I probably shouldn't start TFT. Or if I'm going to do it, I should do a hyper roll. Because I kind of need to be on deck for stuff going on. And I feel like that's not something I can just step away from. Yeah, since they're reworking their partner program, they're bound to see some bumps and figure out what their new system is going to look like. Yours too? I guess for people who don't play a lot of flat spin-offs, it looks the same. Eh? I can't tell if that was sassy or not. I'm confused. And how they do sponsors. Yes. So, yeah. I did apply to be a ArenaNet partner, but I didn't get it, unfortunately. I don't know why. I just didn't. They just... To be fair, they did say it's not a no, but we are reworking things, so... Oh, right. I guess so. I suppose you're right. A lot of 2D games, to people that don't play a lot of different games, 2D is like... Oh, everything's 2D, it's the same. I see what you mean. Salvas, hope you're glad, because if you don't, I'll be sad. Hello, I've only seen screenshots. So yeah, I was watching some. So if you go on the Google Play Store, you can pre-register, and if you do that, it comes up with videos. I tried that Elder Scrolls Blades game, and just no to Elder Scrolls Mobile, anything for me anyways. I really liked Elder Scrolls Blades. I played it at Gamescom many moons ago when I went. And then also Nope. Thoughts gone. Oh yeah, I got like a Blades pop socket and I downloaded it and I spent a lot of time in it. I haven't heard any people say they've been accepted into the ArenaNet partner program in forever now, so I imagine it's not back up yet. Yeah, I feel like it's something they're really working on improving and making better, so... once again, I'm going to remind everyone, if you hear strange noises, it's because we're having work done on our loft hatch. For those that are not in the UK, that means attic door. There is some upgrades going on so that we can actually put stuff up the loft. Yes. I don't know what I want to do, chat. do I want to play? What do I want to play while we wait for the servers to go up? Even then, I don't know how much time we're going to spend in ESO today anyway. What even was the quality of life updates? Let's have a look. So, home tours is one of the updates. One of this year's most anticipated new features for Tamriel's housing enthusiasts is home tours. A new entry in the activity finder that shares and showcases listed player homes. With home tours, you can search for homes owned and decorated by another player you know by searching the user ID. You can also filter through other criteria like owner-owned labels for themes such as libraries or strongholds. Of course, the creativity of many players defies such simple categorization. So if you're interested in seeing all sorts of homes and in viewing the most popular creations, you can browse the top player homes in the recommended tab of home tours. Whatever way you search, friends and guildmates will be specially tagged in the feed for easy recognition. Oh, I love that. So people can just search up my name and look at all my houses. I love it. When you find a home that really impresses you, you can recommend it to others as well as favorite it for yourself to visit later. You can even favorite homes you visit through other means, regardless of whether they are listed for home tours. There's a weekly limit on how many homes you can recommend, but no limit on how many you can visit and enjoy. Oh, this sounds great for like house tours and competitions on stream. Infinite Archive update. Update 43 also adds more depth to the Infinite Archive in the form of new maps, enemies, verses, and visions, and updated loot, including new class item sets. This includes new hazard stages, where the archive itself presents a danger and a wider pool of foes to battle in maligraphic form. Helping you tackle these new challenges are 8 additional verses, 10 additional visions. For example, you can use the new Falnax verse to call on ghostly soldiers to form a wall of defenders, collect the new Necrotic vision to unlock the undead avatar transformation that allows you to empower yourself with each defeated enemy, and more. You can also earn potent new consumable items that unlock a guaranteed transformation verse like the undead avatar, but getting them will not be easy. Ooh. Once you return to the index with your hard-worn archival fortunes, you can spend them on new rewards, whether as part of Phyla's Ool's rotating stock, or purchased from new arrival Philobrax, who stocks all gear from the class set items. Philobrax's new inventory isn't limited to existing 7 sets from the archive's launch, but also includes new sets like the gruesome Corpse Buster set for necromancers that detonates his corpse your skills consume. Wow. As before, each of these sets is themed around a specific skill class line. It sounds like me and Zyno need to go back in the Infinite Archive. Quality of life improvements. The above new features and additions aren't the only focus of Update 43. Several smaller improvements included in Update 43 are aimed at making your time in Tamriel easier and more enjoyable. For example, item curation, the system that prevents duplicate item drops within a set while you are still filing it out in collections, expands to cover new sources. These include weekly trial rewards, offerings from Imperial City vendors, and dungeon. 1 second, chat. I will be right back. I was going to go on a break anyway, so I'm just going to stretch my legs. See you in a bit.
I'm really sorry, this just isn't working anymore.
Really?
Yeah, you'll thank me eventually. You'll be fine, you just need a cup of tea.
What?
Okay, you can fish.
Injury, there's tea. There's tea. You took an arrow to the knee, have tea. Oh, tea. Even winners of the Monaco Grand Prix drink tea. Heard it's drunk by the bourgeoisie, probably. Likely changed the course of history. Lovely cup of tea. When Monday leaves you feeling blue and your boss has a rage that you can't subdue, you likely see his point of view if you just sit down and have a brew. If zombies come back from the dead and you're all tucked up inside your bed, put down your guns, use tea instead, then use the cup to smash their heads.
Sarah, can we just talk? Sarah.
Your legs trapped underneath debris, there's tea. there's tea. You feel a burning when you pee, have tea. Oh, tea. Been sanctioned for insanity, more British than the Jubilee. I even heard it made a blind man see. Lovely cup of tea. It makes you sexy, ripped and brave, brings childhood pets back from the grave, puts curly hair upon your chest, acts just like a bulletproof vest, cleans pollution, grime and smog, gives the glossy coat to your dog. Could
Bogies!
the deficit of grease, unite and soothe the breach of peace. Use it to clean off your makeup, or feel better for a messy breakup.
This is our time to until I wake up, until I feel something other than right. You know I'm gonna first light, 'cause this here, this is my time, 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 time.
the edge of a cliff. Realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from him, sin. Journey tonight. I run in this world. We'll never forget the past. What counts is our brand new start. Even if it hurts me or I get scared, just come take this risk now. We'll be prepared, reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. The secret's there, them everywhere. Just you and I run away. I run away. I run in this world.
Hello, chat. I have some good news. We have a loft hatch that is big and it has a ladder that comes out of it and it looks great and I'm happy. And also,
That's enough fishing.
I have the old loft hatch. I feel like it's going to become a centerpiece of when Badgers and I turn the outside room shed thing into a tiki bar. I'm going to make that like the sign that says like Badger's Tiki Bar or something. And it means I can show you the comparison. So if I hold up the square up against our current loft hatch, we can see. Because I'm stupid and I didn't take a before and after. So yeah, we have a loft hatch that actually comes down. Can you believe it? It actually works now. And I wonder if Badgers is going to be coming home soon to see it. And I'll leave the mic on so you can hear his reaction. He's going to be happy because he loved his loft hatch and ladder from his old house, like from his parents' house. And this is the same loft hatch and ladder. But pretty much the same anyway. But I'm really glad that we got someone to fit it because honestly, that would have, like, they were here from 8 until just now. They've just gone. The only thing I need to do is paint. I need to do some painting. Is that the door? I need to do some painting. Because obviously the edges of it are wood at the moment. And they need to be painted the same colour as the ceiling. So I shall do that on Wednesday. Sorry, I just saw a picture that really threw me off. I've never lived somewhere that had a ladder and hatch. Had the hatch and had to grab a ladder from the garage. Oh. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is a worthwhile upgrade, especially being in the UK, because we don't have basements or cellars, really. So that's like the main place that you store things. 69-hour uncapped streamathon. Let's go. No. 12 hours was quite enough for me. I'm just going to work. Oh, I'm going to go wash my hands and cry because I just smacked my leg into the box under my desk. Ooh, jeez. Ow. Hello, Omni. How are you today? I hope you're glad, because if you're not, I'll be sad. Hello, how are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, chat. That's that excitement done. And you know what's great? I reckon our lovely carpenter mate that just done our loft, I reckon he might have done a wee, and I reckon he might have used the toilet afterwards. I mean, it shuts, but the other one doesn't shut. And I reckon when he washed his hands, he shut the door and it didn't shut, and he went, oh yeah, I'll offer to do doors for her. So I was grateful that I didn't have to bring it up, because otherwise I would have forgot. And he was like, oh, doors. I'll get some quotes for doors for you. I was like, thank you. Because, right, I've had this conversation many times, and I'm going to have this conversation again. If you are two working people and you don't have a lot of spare time to fart about putting doors on the hinges, off the hinges, on the hinges, off the hinges, on the hinges, off the hinges, right? And you want to pay someone to do it. If you want a kitchen fitted and you're not really an expert and you want to pay someone to do it, right? You can go to a showroom and they'll design the kitchen, they'll order it to you, they'll fit it all for you. If you want a bathroom done, the same thing. You can go to a showroom, they'll fit the bathroom, they'll do everything for you. Why isn't there a door, people? There's carpenters, but you have to pick the door, choose the door. All of those things. Why isn't there a door company where you go to a showroom and they show you the doors and they'll say, we'll fit this door for you. They get them delivered to you, everything. There is for outside doors. There isn't for inside doors. Somebody start up a door business where it's only internal doors. You're missing out on a killing here. There's no one for this. And I bet there's a lot of people out there that would love to replace all their doors, but they just can't be bothered to go through the process of choosing doors. I looked in B&Q at doors the other day. It was overwhelming. For someone that doesn't, like, you know, I've just bought my first house. I don't know about doors. It was overwhelming. There was ridiculous amounts of choice and silliness. It was stupid. I wasn't a fan. Also, fun fact, he's a very knowledgeable gentleman, the person that did our loft hatch. He reckons the doors in this house are all original from when the house was built. Which is why they are probably bowed, because they're made with an old style of wood that bows quite easily with moisture. And he said that it's probably a combination of having multiple layers of paint over the years. And then also the loft had a leak in it that obviously brought the moisture into the house and they had to vacate it for a while. It was all done in insurance, all properly. We've got the certificates, don't worry. But I reckon that probably doesn't help. And he said, I reckon it's a combination of all those things and the fact that it's the original doors. I was like, oh. Well. Fun fact. Do you have a big attic? Yes. Size of the house, but up. And all the roof is quite tall as well. It's pretty. I was looking up there because I've not really looked up there, but that loft hatch is so big that I just looked up and I could see the loft. It was great. The only thing is we need to get a we need to get a light put up there because there's no lights up there. So now we have a loft, but no lights. Some of my messages are failing to send it. It's not even anything naughty. Are you talking about the C word or the drops? Because those are banned. Like, I can't see anything coming through, so it's auto mod. It's not even auto mod. It's literally not allowed in the channel. Keith, there's a new room. I can finally bring Mistress Vampire. Mistress Vampire's been at Mum and Dad's because she can't fit up the loft. Now I can fit her coffin up the loft. Finally. I think Badger's just came home. Either that or a door slammed and I'm scared. Hello? Is it you? Yeah. It's Badger's. Hold on, I'm having a catch up with Badgers, hang on. Hello. Sorry.
You have got to be taking the mickey. Shut it, dirty Chad.
It wouldn't let me say settle. Did now though. Maybe it was the word house. Send me a whisper with what you were trying to say. And you're allowed to do this because I'm telling you to do it. That doesn't mean everybody whisper me. just specifically Straz saying what they were trying to say. What you're trying to write.
Stranger danger!
Yeah, we won't be playing Once Human because Badgers is super tired. I'm actually considering ending stream because he's trying to get a nap in and he looked really rough. Apparently he just couldn't sleep last night, which I didn't know because he left at like silly o'clock in the morning. I'm talking like 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work and he's been up since 4. So I'm thinking about coming off so that he can actually sleep. Because we've got a long stream tomorrow anyway, because we've got the sponsored stream. So I think I'm going to come off so I can cook dinner for him and he can actually sleep because he probably won't be able to sleep with me blaring off in the room next door. He did say don't worry about it, but I'm just not really wanting to. I'd rather him actually get some sleep on our dodgy mattress, which sucks. He's going to use this as an excuse now. He's like, right, we're going to impulse buy mattress. I'm like, no. No impulse buying mattresses. Yeah, I think I'm going to wind down because the ESO servers are still not up. Even though it's only 1 minute past. I'm really sorry that we didn't get to play any today. But we'll play some soon. Not tomorrow. Well, I guess we will tomorrow because... Yeah, we'll play some tomorrow because we've got... I think 5 o'clock is when the servers are up for Guild Wars, I think. So, I will be, heads up. I said maybe the doors are wonky because the house has settled and settled again. I mean, I don't think that's why the doors are wonky, but also I don't understand why that didn't post. Weird. Weird. Did I block the word door because of ESO as a joke? I don't think so. Was it the word door? Chat, try and write door. I can't think what in that would break. How weird. Okay, no, it's not door. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know. Right, reminders. Tomorrow's stream will be going live a little bit later than usual. Probably about 2 o'clock, because the update for Guild Wars 2 doesn't go live until, well, I'm not allowed to start my sponsored segment until 5 o'clock. So the sponsored segment will be starting at 5 o'clock BST. And then the stream will be starting around 2. So just keep that in mind. Why am I doing that? Because it's still very muggy in the UK. It's not as hot, but this room gets very hot with all the electrics going. So, and also not going to have the windows open tomorrow because I've got all the windows open today because the loft hatch was being done and I feel like I'm probably driving everyone crazy with my ridiculous ramblings. But yeah, so I'm gonna wind down though. Just a reminder as well, there's no stream on Friday. I'm really sorry. There's been so many days that I've not streamed recently. It's so unlike me. And I took a week off the other week to work on the garden. It's crazy. What's going on? Who am I and what have I done with Kay? But I'm gonna come off because I have a few things that I need to do. And also I really want to let Badgers sleep because he looks really, really stressed, bless him. And just really tired. And then also I can start figuring out what we're going to do for dinner and I can cook him dinner so he can have a little nap. So thank you to Guild Wars for sponsoring today's stream. I really appreciate you sponsoring the stream. And also tomorrow's stream. Did you know you got 23 hours, 56 minutes and 0 seconds to pre-order, to get your pre-order bonuses? You can do !Guild Wars 2 in the chat, !GW2 in the chat, or you can click the links in my panels below. If you do that, you will get some extra goodies for your troubles. And if you use my link, I look cool, but if you use Dawn Whisper's link, she gets commission. So click my link, have a look at the expansion, make me look cool, but then buy it through Dawn Whisper because she is an ArenaNet partner. And it is ArenaNet, right? Because I said AreaNet for a really long time and then it was, yeah, it's ArenaNet. And then, yeah. So there you go. Get yourself some pre-order bonuses. Get yourself some saucy sausages. And tomorrow we jump into, did I get it wrong way round? You're making me question everything. It is Arena. It's Arena. Automod didn't like me saying !Guild Wars 2. What? Okay, Twitch is being twitchy. I don't know why it's not posting things. It's not letting people post weird stuff. So I'm going to go and I'm going to go look after Badgers. Eusta, by the way, hope you're glad because if you're not, I'll be sad. Thank you very much for a lovely day today, everybody. Sorry we're ending a little bit earlier than usual, but also I got to look after my Badgers. So I'm going to slap my thigh and I'm going to say, right. Oh, what? Why did the music get louder? What is happening? Why is technology being weird today? Stop! Thank you very much for coming along today, especially those on this list. You went above and beyond to support the stream. And if I could put you all on here, you know that I would, but I'd be here forever and I would run out of room. So it's just a little extra thingy-majiggy for those that go the extra mile. If you haven't already followed me on my socials, they're going to be posting up in chat right now. Or you can go to kayPOWXD.com/links or links in bio. I really need to put AFK on my links. Maybe I'll do that now. School of Two Sorcery, Circle of Secrecy. I'm sorry, soon. Thank you. We will be reworking the School of Two Sorcery and the Circle of Secrecy soon because I know that I've been slacking and I feel awful about it. So don't worry. Things will be reworked and we're going to do it in a way that's manageable and way cooler than it was before. I'll be back tomorrow, starting stream a little bit later than usual. And then we will no stream on Friday. Maybe World of Warcraft on Thursday. Okay, I love you butts. Don't forget, you don't just deserve a life. You deserve a happy, healthy, and fulfilled life. Thank you very much again to Guild Wars for sponsoring stream and tomorrow's stream. And I love you butts. See you soon. Proud of you for surviving. It's rough out there. Surviving is enough. Bye.